family all at once, wherever they are in the nation. One touch connection.
Rapid Radios work on a nationwide LTE network and holds a charge for up to 5 days. It's true walkie-talkie ease, but all the connectivity and technology of today. Rapid Radios are a great communication device for kids. Keep them off the internet, but be able to talk to them at sports practice or riding bikes. They're also perfect for an aging parent who struggles with their phone.
These are 100% private, ready to go right out of the box. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping from Michigan, plus a free protection bag. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. That's rapidradios.com and the code radio at checkout.
It's time to get your home ready with Southern Exteriors. Whether it's cleaning out your gutters, adding gutter covers, or both, Southern Exteriors has got you covered. Plus, with any gutter cleaning job, you'll get a free roof inspection. So don't wait. Call Southern Exteriors today at 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. The 3 p.m. hour is presented by First Liberty Building and Loan.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
If I had a wish for you, I would wish that you had a friend like Bernie Marcus, the founder of Home Depot, who passed away. What he did for Atlanta and Georgia is unmeasurable. A great man. I'll miss him dearly. So will the entire state.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
The final prosecution witness on Jack Callahan, Fox News, should wrap up her testimony this afternoon in the trial of former Marine Daniel Penny, accused of the New York City subway chokehold death.
And the final witness for the prosecution is the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on Jordan Neely last year. She ruled that he died as a result of a chokehold, but she also said that he had an unknown amount of synthetic drugs in his system.
Fox's Nate Foy. The defense is to begin presenting its case on Monday. Testimony has begun in the trial of Venezuelan immigrant Jose Ibarra, charged with the murder of nursing student Laken Riley in Georgia.
We heard from the UGA police officer who found Laken Riley's body outside of the intramural fields on UGA's campus. They played the body cam video where he was clearly distressed whenever he found her, was performing CPR. But in opening statements, the prosecutor said Ibarra went hunting for women the day that Riley was murdered and that Riley refused to be his rape victim. When she refused to be his rape victim, he bashed her skull in with a rock repeatedly. Prosecutors say based on evidence, Riley and Ibarra's interaction was long before she died and that, again, she put up a fight.
Ibarra's defense attorney in his opening statement said the evidence is circumstantial and not strong enough for a conviction. Another Russia probe to Democrat senators, New Hampshire's Jeanne Shaheen and Jack Reed of Rhode Island, want the Justice Department and the Pentagon to investigate reported regular contacts between SpaceX founder Elon Musk and Russia's President Vladimir Putin and whether Musk's government contracts need to be scrutinized. General Motors is laying off about 1,000 mostly salaried workers worldwide as it and other automakers try to navigate the uncertain transition to EVs. Wall Street, an hour before the close, the Dow is off 325 points, NASDAQ down nearly 460. America's listening to Fox.
Our nation's problems have been building for the past 50 years, and they're not going away overnight, which is why we must prepare now for a financial collapse that will affect the entire economy. The good news is there's an easy way to do that. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe everyone should consider a gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group to diversify their IRA or 401k. Gold is a proven bedrock in almost every kind of economy. To learn more, get a free info kit from my trusted friends at Birch Gold by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. Don't wait until decades of government irresponsibility come crashing down on your retirement. Get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold now. Text PROTECT to the number 989898. That's PROTECT to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
I love love this tune. It's Friday. Let her rip. Anything goes. Beautiful, sunny, crispy. Here comes the cold stuff in a while. And how you doing, 303? And it's only me. It's only the Kimmer on 106.3 with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, and sports raconteur extraordinaire. And the mechanical mangler at the controls. It's Flounder, baby. Sunday's blue. Tuesday sucks and so do you. Oh, sorry. Wednesday. Oh, sorry. The Kimmer, it's Friday. I'm in love. Bum, 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 bum. Pete Davis, what's new in the mountains of Macon, sir, on a lovely Friday afternoon?
I'm outraged, Kimmer. I'm outraged on this Friday morning.
Outraged or what, sir? I can't believe it.
I've just found out that Home Depot is putting their Christmas decorations on the second aisle of housewares.
Oh, no. Not the second aisle of houseware. Is that, I don't know what that means. Why is that,
It means I'll be home for Christmas.
Aisle B would be.
Aisle B.
Aisle B home. God, hey, Holmes. All right, then. 304. Golly.
You missed your...
I was hoping that. I did. After you both you bastards blasted me yesterday for the ridiculous bad text non-rainy day theater when you knew I was right and there was a line of that he knows, everybody knows that I was right and you both blasted me. And then the freaking morning show, oh my God, all morning. Now they got Bella making fun of me. It's unbelievable. Humiliate the Kimmer. See how much you can make fun of the guy.
What was she saying?
I didn't go to some gambling thing last night.
Last night was the game. Remember, I told you guys that about a week ago.
Well, who remembered? 2 weeks or whatever.
Casino night.
Anyway, so they said, well, you have to go to bed early because whatever. I don't. So I thought, God, now they've got poor Bella involved in here too. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Everything's fine, and I didn't want to interrupt Pete because I was hoping he would stop his story before I go on Saturday, which I did.
Well, you should always just say Saturday, no matter what's going on.
Yeah, but after the abuse I've been taking from you bastards lately, I was afraid to interrupt again for fear, they'd like come in here with torches or something. I already a little nervous about they haven't mentioned anything where what's going on with our future or anything, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, 305, how you doing? It's a beautiful day. I'm in a great mood because it's Friday night, coming up Friday night, and I don't do anything, and then I lie because actually I start looking up birthdays for Monday on Friday night, a little bit, but I watch TV, I relax, I get my carrots ready for Saturday morning for the horses, and it's just, I can take a... God, I'm getting choked up right now just thinking about just the when I get home at 7 o'clock Friday night and start my, thing. Anyway, so now plans, boys. Pete Davis for the weekend in the mountains of Macon. I know you got a little chippy up there working in that bar up there somewhere up in the,
It's gonna be cold tonight. By the way, we came in first place last night at trivia.
Trivia,
we blew everybody away.
Well, there you are. What was the hard? What are the hard questions?
I'll give you a question. All right, here's a question. There were three first ladies during the 60s, but one of them had a very peculiar nickname. What was it?
Lady Bird.
Very good. Lady Bird.
Well, I'm old. I know. I grew up with her. Let's see, if you're a certain age, you know all these things. Yeah.
And can a groundhog climb a tree?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Why would you say yes?
I've seen it.
I actually have a video, which I can play for you anytime you want, of my groundhog, Grover, climbing a tree out here.
Yeah, well, there
like
you are.
a monkey. Like a monkey.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. If you have claws, I guess you can. Have you ever seen a bear? Bears are like monkeys. I mean, oh my God, they don't fool around. And they're, big and heavy, and I can't believe they're paw power. God.
There's videos of guys up in the deer stands turning around. The bear's looking at them.
Big bear, chase me! What are you doing?
What you doing? What you got there? You got any treats?
And in fact, I did see one video like that, and the guy froze. The hunter froze, and later he said it's better not to try to turn around and shoot the bear, because if you move awkwardly, he's going to get you. Secondly, if you shoot him, you probably just make him mad. So either way, you tend to be kind of screwed. By the way, just for fun, do they get the trivia questions out of Trivial Pursuit? I mean, that's got to be old by now. I mean, is it?
No, she finds them all over the place.
Is this a woman who does this for a living kind of thing, go around the bars and stuff? Or is
not
it
for a living, but she does it as an aside.
I got you. Okay, cool. Anyway, and Flounder, any plans for the weekend with the lovely Miss Veronica? That thing?
I'm playing a round of golf in the morning.
Oh, excellent. It's going to be crispy.
It's going to be chilly. But it'll be nice kind of later in the afternoon. And then We are watching Candace's niece, so we'll hang out with her, Cameron, and probably take her to downtown Roswell, grab some food or something like that.
Cameron, the pre-Kimmer babe, as I recall.
There you go. That's correct.
That's right. Excellent. Well, there you are. And Kimmer Pete and Flounder, 308-404-741-1230, 741-1230. No, I'm going to be, I'll probably, sorry.
What are you doing this weekend?
I don't, yeah. I don't, well, yeah, what am I doing this week? Well,
your weekends are the same. You go to the stable.
Well, that's right. That's correct. But we are having a special edition of the Kimmer's Fan Club Asian Cheerleader High Heel Edition on Friday night tonight. So,
by the way, if they're looking on YouTube right now.
Yeah, what do we got?
This is a groundhog running up a tree and down a tree.
Yeah. Well, and zoink, there he goes.
Yeah, like a monkey.
Well, there you are. 309. Okay, 404-741-1230. Okay, a few things, and we have a lot of unfortunate newsy type stuff here. I will tell you this. I suddenly am excited about the Mike Tyson fight. I'm not going to buy it. And by the way, how much is it? If I wanted to buy the fight on TV, what was it, like $50,
it's
$100?
Netflix. It's free. You just got to have Netflix.
Well, okay. All right,
$20 a month.
Well,
and every show.
The problem is I'm actually afraid to try to set up on and I know on the bottom of my TV screen, because it's a smart TV, it has all those things. So if I use the TV remote, I could probably figure out a way to sign up for it, but I'm afraid I'll do something bad and screw up everything and then won't be able to go back from the TV remote to the Comcast remote. See what I mean? I don't know what to do. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do. I mean, it's silly. I'm an educated man. I have a master's degree, about straight A average. I don't know if I'm going to screw up my TV viewing for trying to get some stupid Netflix for this stupid fight. So
it's as easy as you could possibly get. Netflix is the easiest thing.
Explains everything then, because I'm afraid to do it. I don't want to screw. I've done this before. All of a sudden, the HDM1 thing disappears. Oh, great. Now what? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just I don't want to. Okay, 310. Now the other thing is, and I did watch some Tyson fights from history. They run them once in a while on cable. A half-hour special of Mike Tyson's early boxing matches. Some of them last like a minute and a half. So they have to stall with some. In fact, the one I saw last night, he knocked a guy out in the first minute and a half of the first round when he was his seventh fight when Tyson was 19. Okay, we'll get to that. First of all, also, the big story, new local story, and it's horrible, and it's sometimes live on TV. It was live coverage this morning, and I watched it before I came into work while I was doing work at home, and it's heartbreaking. The judge in the Laken Riley case, the trial is underway. The slimy Venezuelan slime bag and his family slime bags, and his brother and everything, and they're watching the thing there. So Laken Riley's family was there. The judge actually said, the prosecutor said, Judge, we're going to be doing some really gruesome stuff here. And the prosecutor, the girl, even turned around and said to the mother, this is going to get rough. And so the judge said, we'll hold thing for a second. And he said, anybody who wants to leave, you should leave now, because this is going to get pretty rough testimony. And it was. It was. So we'll talk at length about that. Also, again, they did not seek the death penalty. All they can get is life imprisonment, no parole, and that may not change again. This is because of libs and woke DAs and courts and so forth. And by the way, the testimony showed that when he tried to rape her and she fought him for something like 18 minutes because her watch, which took her Apple Health Watch, or whatever they call those things, could determine when her pulse stopped. And they had played video of her last words on her phone before it died. I mean, it's freaking heartbreaking. Freaking heartbreaking.
I want him dead. I'm telling you right now, I want him dead on the county courthouse steps.
Well, I honestly, I know, and I'm not a role model here. I don't believe in the cheeking, turning Jesus thing. That's great. My job is to arrange the meeting. That's what they say, the old Marine Corps thing. Anyway, I say because he bashed her head in repeatedly with a rock. I think the fun thing would be to do, if he's convicted, without a reasonable doubt, you bury him up to his waist, but you leave his arms free. And you put like a 10 or 20 foot circle or a 5 foot, whatever, just a little circle. And then you have people say, oh, God, here we go. Oh, hey now. And then you can rent or sell rocks, and the money you raise will be going to the families and so, a good cause, stuff like that. And then anybody over the period of the next, I don't know, however long it lasts, you bury him to his waist. And then you say, okay, anybody wants to throw a rock at this guy, $5, $100, whatever it is, you get to throw a rock. And then the funny thing is going to be, because he's going to have his arms free. So he's going to think he can, deflect the rocks for a while, but guess what? After a while, that's going to start to hurt his arms, and pretty soon he's not going to be able, oh gosh, Oh, what a freaking heartbreaker that would be. Maybe he'd suffer a little pain and agony. Not that would be like, okay by me or anything. I don't know.
Congratulations, liberal voters over there in Athens.
Yeah, there you
got
go.
a DA in there who won't do a death penalty, so you have to put up with appeals for the next few years. If he gets convicted, you're going to feed him and house him and all that other mess.
Forever. I think they got rid of that DA. I think that DA law and the mayor. I mean, the whole community, and I think they're fighting back. Yeah, I think they're all on the outs are going to be. I think the ones who did not get out. I think the DA got ousted. I think it's a new one now, but it's too late because they made a deal beforehand. Anyway, well, I will go.
You see that beautiful young girl and her life snuffed out by
a nurse. Wanted to be a nurse. Wanted to help people.
An animal allowed in this country by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
And released twice. Released twice, along with his scumbag brother, a member of the Venezuelan gang, which, by the way, I read a news story yesterday. That same Venezuelan gang who took over apartments in Colorado is now in Tennessee.
All over Tennessee.
Nashville.
Pack your bags.
Yeah, here we go.
Pack your bags.
Pow, 314. It's Let It Rip Friday, baby. Have a little, and Donald Trump and Sylvester Stallone. Oh, and more racists. We'll make. Oh, we got it all. Stand by 314. Caribbean Flounder. Yep.
Saturday.
Hey. Look out.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Pete, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
One TV ad may have done more to turn the tide to Trump than anything else that happened, and that's the ad promoting this trans crap. It said, she's for they/them, he's for you. It must have meant a buttload of votes out there.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand and Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions. Each brand brings savory, sweet deliciousness to every meal. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand and your Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This winter, don't let the cold slow you down. At Howard Brothers, they have the Echo power equipment you need to stay ahead. It doesn't matter if it's chainsaws to clean up limbs or blowers to move those leaves, Echo tools are built tough for any season. Visit Howard Brothers and gear up with Echo today, because with Echo power equipment and Howard Brothers on your side, you're ready for any outdoor project. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Echo and Howard Brothers.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? That's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlanta Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth, or they're going to make your life miserable. We all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there, napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans automatic 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. Atlanta Smiles, 404-262-7733. It's atlantasmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. atlantasmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. atlantasmiles.com.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
Have you thought about securing your hard-earned assets? Do you have concerns about the future? Protecting assets is crucial, and that's where Nelson Elder Care Law excels. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we provide absolute assurance and peace of mind through our trademarked Absolute Protection Trust, tailored services in estate planning, probate administration, Medicaid crisis solutions, guardianship, and conservatorship. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and empower informed decisions. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com for asset protection and peace of mind.
Guys, do your family a favor and drop them a holiday hint. Suggest they go to southernthunderbbq.com and sign you up for Q School, a day-long cooking experience with personalized training from award-winning barbecue grand champions. Makes a fantastic holiday gift. Purchase online at southernthunderbbq.com.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? Tug, Rhino, and Los have you covered with the biggest stories of the day and everything your coworkers will be talking about. It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
I just realized I never learned how to tie a bow tie. Just watching Donald Trump and Musk from last night's audio video there, they were the thing.
Well,
there goes a bucket list.
Good thing you didn't go to casino night last night, Mr. Bond.
Well, nobody invited me specifically. I think they deliberately tried to not remember that I had invited me to go or anything. You know, it's like
I told both you guys last week.
Yeah, if they had wanted me to be there, someone would have said, "Hey, don't forget, we want you to be today."
We did.
You're such a liar.
Yes, you guys are freaking killing me. 392. Now here's George Harrison. Sorry. Is this George Harrison?
Yes.
Oh, it sounds like the Beatles.
It is. He wrote the song, but this is his most famous song with the Beatles.
Well, I know, but
I don't know. Something's famous too.
Yeah, something was. I thought that. Anyway, I'm happy to be here with this 2024.
Taxman was another good one by him.
24 years ago on this day, Michael Abram, the Liverpool man who stabbed George Harrison after breaking into his home, was awarded a not guilty verdict by the Crown's court. It was overturned later, though, in view of his mental history, and he was taken into care, it says here. Taken into care. Freaking British. Oh, God. Oh, phone calls take priority. Let her rip Friday. Fish Stick, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? What is up, sir?
It's going great, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Oh, boy, I'm no question about it. Yes, sir.
I was your full-time road guard.
Oh, the road guard's out. Herp, I remember. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not going to make me any friends, but I probably could have taken care of this illegal immigration problem a long time ago for $3 or less.
$3? How do you mean that, sir?
Well, yeah, it depends on how much you're going to pay per bullet.
I'm now Fish Stick.
I'm sorry. It's just the way I feel. It would have been solved, Kevin. How many would you have? That 3?
I know.
Wouldn't that be about the,
listen.
And then the word would get out, right?
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, in fact, I think one of the funny things about the news, Donald Trump last night, I saw a soundbite last night, and he said, guess what, folks? He just heard from folks along the border. He says there are thousands and thousands of immigrants who are turning around because they don't, because they know they're not getting squat when they get here January 21. You know, it's over. All right, man. You have a great. Thanks, Fish. Have a great. We got 321. There you go. Give her Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230 1230. Our birthday list includes Johnny Lee Miller. He's Sherlock Holmes on Elementary. He's now the British Prime Minister John Major on The Crown. Johnny Lee Miller's 52. He was also an Eli Stone, and he was a killer on Dexter. He was one of the
very good actor.
Very good actor. Really, in fact, his series of him on Dexter was one of my favorites.
He looked like and sounded like John Major. It was eerie.
Yeah, he's totally. Yeah, I agree. I got to get my phone here. I got a double whammy history thing. I'm trying to get some more interesting history things here for you new guys today here. And I wonder, on this day in 1995, was it love at first sight of her panties? Could the horn dog resist? It was their first time. Monica Lewinsky, on this day in 1995, lifts her jacket and shows President Bill Clinton the straps of her thong underwear from behind, and they start kissing. Later that evening, they have another sexual encounter, during which Bill Clinton shows off by taking a call from a member of Congress while and thing with the brink prong. I don't even know. Not allowed to get sound effects for the history. I'm sorry.
We can judge that man all we want, but in your heart.
I guarantee you, if she had turned her back and said, "Oh, how do you like my panties?" I said, "Okay, it's over." I mean, come on.
We both would have done that.
Not if I was married, but I guarantee you, if I promise you that. And by the way, we're going to talk later about girl issues. Let's flounder. About girl issues concerning, you get to an Vanity Fair, which now has hired Monica Lewinsky as a contributing editor. I mentioned thing yesterday. Okay.
Because she's a lib.
Oh, yeah, but still, I mean, I support the hell out of her point. She made a great point. Ladies, where are you? Women, me too, my ass. What are you talking about? You turned me into nothing. Anyway, Mike Tyson, again, I saw a couple of his fights last night. There was a whole series of them on the other night, and I DVR'd them. And the one last night with this guy, big, like 6'6", and, 240, whatever. And Tyson just ate him. He just hit him in the kidney, and the guy went, "Oh, God," and he dropped right to the floor. And then he made the mistake of getting up, and the ref said, "You okay?" He says, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then Tyson hit him so hard, he just went blam. I mean, so I believe, for the record, I think Tyson's going to win. I think Mike Tyson fights tonight. Mike Tyson's 58. The guy against him is 27. I think Tyson's going to win.
I got a strange feeling he won't, but I hope he does, because that means more fights with Mike Tyson. Yeah. I would love to see
and by the way, I think I hope it doesn't happen, but I don't know. I think somebody could get really badly hurt. 324, come repeat and flounder. Okay, newsy stuff. We're going to play a Sly Stallone here, soundbite here in a second, flounder. First of all, Speaker Mike Johnson, he's made it very clear today he does not want the House Ethics Committee to release the report on Matt Gaetz. Gaetz quit his job in Congress. He's no longer a congressman, so therefore the committee officially has no jurisdiction, but they're not giving up, even Republicans. And this is a bad sign, but I think I got two reasons why, and I heard people talking about him last night and this morning. Johnson said, "I don't want them to release the committee report. It would be we just don't do things like that in the House. It would be a terrible precedent to set." The House was supposed to meet today to decide, and they've canceled that meeting because Gaetz is no longer in Congress. Now, according to some reports, Gaetz already has at least 30 Republicans planning on voting against him as Attorney General. 30 Republicans out of 54 or 5? Or 52 or 3. I mean, that's, then it's all. I mean, there's no, you got to be kidding me. John Cornyn says, I'm going to release that ethics committee report, and even if we don't do it, I may take legal action to get that report out there. I mean, they're turning on their own. And I can think
of Republicans.
Well, yeah, here we go.
Idiots.
I'm going to talk about the reason for it first. But first of all, here's two possible explanations for why Donald Trump would pick him, knowing that this was going to be an issue. One is that it would make sure that if the Senate committee does not pass Gaetz, there's no way they're going to block another one.
Right.
If they block one, there's no way they're going to keep blocking all of them. I mean, there would be hell to pay. So it may be that he sent him out there as a scapegoat, and in return, when Senator Marco Rubio becomes the new guy, then guess who becomes the new senator from the state of Florida? Matt Gaetz.
He can appoint him.
Right? That's right.
Hey,
and by the way, how would you like to have that facing you if you're the senators voting against him, and all of a sudden you're going to sit with him in the Senate chamber because he's your new senator? And I don't know whether that's part of the thing or not, but that's one of the explanations.
It'd also be Trump putting chum in the water to see who's with them and who ain't.
That's right.
And these Republicans have already outed themselves, like John Cornyn, which basically means, first of all, we're going to go after you in the next election. Second of all, when something big comes up next, like you just mentioned, they better be with them, because then the whole country will be, wait a minute, do you not like Trump?
That's right.
We just voted for him.
Yep, that's right. I mean, he's really, and I wonder whether the deal was in, and whether now Gaetz must have obviously. I mean, when they had their conversation at first, I can imagine what the first serious conversation would have been when Donald Trump said, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to make you Attorney General. What do you think about that?" I'll bet they both went nuts thinking about, oh my God, what's going to happen because of this. So nobody went in blind. I mean, these guys are insider politicians from the beginning, so they know all the stuff, the reaction. It must be on purpose, and I'm trying to figure out. The result may be that it's a scapegoat, and he agreed to it in return for either the senator's job or I don't know what else.
Why don't they is it because he allegedly had sex with a 17-year-old girl? There's no proof of this. As she says it happened. It's he said, she said, I guess, at this point. But I don't know if he's admitted to it or not. You telling me these perverts up there in Congress who allowed these aides to have gay sex on the Senate floor chamber on the right off of it. These guys who have been caught doing all kinds of things over the years have suddenly found their morals when it comes to this?
Well, how about the Democrats' party of Bill Clinton, for God's sakes, having the sex in the White House with an intern for years, or for months and years, and then the scandal lasting for years, impeachment, and they said, we don't want to impeach him for perjury and covering up the crime. I mean, this is unbelievable. And that's okay, because it's a Democrat, but God forbid Matt Gaetz is on a date with a bunch of teenage, well, in fact, I've got the story on it. The girl.
Rhinos. But this is exposing the rhinos Trump is doing.
I think this is going to put him on the record. And again, if the Republicans ever want to do something that would require a 60-vote Senate vote, he better get them all working on the same team, or it's, or any big plans like that are gone. Anyway, now this girl who was 17 and claims that they had sex together, she's now in her 20s. She was subpoenaed over the summer, testified at Getz. She said she was in high school, a minor, when they had sex together. Gaetz, by the way, says allegations are invented, would constitute false testimony to Congress. The false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. Gaetz said he would not bring charges against him related to the probe. The DOJ informed him that the House Ethics Committee has been running a separate investigation. Now, the panel conducted interviews with 6 women who partied with Gaetz and were paid by his former friend, this guy named Greenberg. Greenberg has pleaded guilty to federal charges of sex trafficking. Greenberg admitted he said he recruited women for commercial sex acts and paid them $70,000 over a couple of years in the teens, including at least one underage girl, who's this girl who went out with Gaetz. The woman represented that she was an adult. Gaetz' ex-girlfriend during the course also said she claimed there were drugs and underage people at Gaetz' parties back in 2017. Again, this is, before he was married and he was single. Gaetz has said Greenberg is a sex trafficking business as being a bunch of crap. It was a plot to frame me. The star witness Greenberg is a felonious liar and violates others in his lies. The committee dispositive evidence of my innocence by producing a smoking gun, jailhouse writing documenting the plot to frame me, including both Greenberg and his victim, authenticated by former federal agents who interviewed the jailhouse informant who revealed the plot against me. So, I mean, it's not like she's got photographs and, condoms or something, okay? And if it's a jailhouse guy and the federal agent said, oh, my God, well, this, makes sure he's innocent, then what's going on? So here we go. Now, maybe Trump's trying to do this so he can do that, and then they have to say, you have to believe. Okay, is this believe the woman no matter what? Oh, man, this is really just unbelievable. But here we go. They were asking for it. So the fight's on, fine by me. Let's go. Gloves off, baby. Coming up, Sylvester Stallone. You'll hear him in a second. 3:30, Kimmer Page. Oh, my God.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Yeah, all right. That would be the Kimmer Pete and Flounder on 1063, 331. How's it going? 404-741-1230. I don't know. This one, I'm thinking about trading in a couple of my of old guns, and I don't buy guns anymore, but trading in a couple forever. And when I do, it reminds me, and other folks too, there are more gun sales going on in America than a long, long time. And Atlanta Safe House is ready to take care of what you need next, and that's a gun safe. And don't forget, gun safes, you don't pay the sales tax for the rest of the year. All those gun safes. And by the way, Browning, holy cow. I'm almost embarrassed to say it. You're going to save so much money, you're probably going to have to get two. Browning safes have rebates going on right now that'll knock your socks off. And again, no sales tax on any of those gun safes. And check those pistol safes. Those things are beautiful. Several different styles. And again, the gun safes are usually much, quite a bit bigger. But again, they're not just empty, steel boxes. There's shelving units and nooks and crannies and all that good stuff to make it good. And again, it's not, I was thinking about this the other day. If you have a real estate dispute from years ago with a house you sold or something, like some dirtbag tried to pull a thing here, man, well, I got the records on that, baby, because I've still got the safe house for the safe house safe. Things like that. Your medical records, your living will, stuff your kids need to find. If something happens, you're in the hospital, they got to find something, boom, pow, they know the safe thing, and off you go. Pistol safes, high security safes, door safes, wall safes, they can do anything you like. And these guys will never give out your master reset code to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Believe me, these Jeff and Mark and the whole gang, these folks care about not only your rights, but your stuff. Please tell them the Kimmer sent you. Check them out. Industrial Boulevard. They have a showroom in Ackworth. And on the web, atlantasafehouse.com.
What if I told you that you could get the engagement ring and wedding bands of your dreams in up to 10 grand in your hand? Jaron Solomon here from Solomon Brothers Jewelers to announce our incredible Takori Bridal event, November 22nd through the 24th at all 3 Solomon Brothers locations. During this event, we will be offering up to $10,000 cash back on your Takori engagement ring and wedding bands, or 3 years interest-free financing. Your choice. Takori will be bringing all new, never-before-seen, handcrafted pieces that you are sure to love. And we're not stopping there. For the first time ever, Solomon Brothers will be including GIA-certified diamonds during this promotion. So put some diamonds on your fingers and up to 10 grand in your hand during our Takori Bridal event, November 22nd through the 24th at all 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg. Shop us online at SolomonBrothers.com and on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
While fall temperatures are cooling down, the action in the stadium and on the field is really heating up. If you find yourself in hot water from too much celebrating during the game, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds for those at the bends to those who celebrate action between the hedges. At A Second Chance, we can have you or your loved one out of jail in a matter of hours. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
You know the old expression, I love it when a plan comes together? Well, with our First Liberty Notes, this has been so true. Hello, I'm Brant Frost, founder of First Liberty Building and Loan. You hear about our family's company all the time right here on this station. For over 30 years, we've been the local lender who said yes when the big banks say no. A couple of months ago, we opened up our First Liberty Notes program to Main Street investors just like you, and the response has been just incredible. Folks from airline pilots to physicians to even pastors are now earning 8 to 13% interest rates while helping to fuel the growth of local small businesses. If you're a qualified investor with a minimum of $25,000, you too could be earning 8 to 13% interest. We'd love to have you join our First Liberty family today. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com and see if our First Liberty Notes are right for you. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
First Liberty Notes are not obligations of or guaranteed by any financial institution and are not secured by any collateral. They are not FDIC insured or guaranteed by any government agency. You could lose money. SEC accredited investor status must be verified. Securities not offered in any jurisdiction in which it is unlawful.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, Cobb's premier lifestyle magazine, where you'll find familiar faces, local voices, and community businesses like Truffles Vein Specialist.
Hi, I'm Holly with Truffles Vein Specialist. We have 5 locations across Atlanta, and even better, our West Cobb location is able to offer same-day appointments right now. We're proud to have been voted Best of Georgia in health and medical time and time again. We specialize in diagnosing and treating DVT or blood clots in the legs and venous insufficiency. If you have leg pain, swelling, heavy or achy legs, bulging varicose veins, spider veins, or pelvic pain, reach out. We'd love to help. We accept most health insurance plans and many treatments are covered. Plus, we offer free vein screenings at all locations. For more information, call us at 678-833-1444 or visit trufflesveinspecialist.com.
Wow, Holly, sign me up. We just love our advertising partners. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
Extra 106.3 is proud to continue on as the conservative voice of Atlanta.
We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country.
The Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Boortz, local and national decision makers are all keeping it straight on the road toward the new Trump administration. This is Extra 106.3 FM and streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app.
Thank you, Flounder. I'm a little inside story here before we get to our phone calls. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Now, Flounder should know is our musical director, and he picks out songs based on things that are on this little list here, or what's going on in the music history or whatever. And the first one he was going to do was somebody different, and he said right before the first break at 3:15, he said, okay, we're going to do George Harrison instead. I said, okay. Now, the choice of this song coming out was either the one he skipped or the next one there. So God bless
Miles Davis.
God bless Flounder. He said, "Oh, this is Ricky Martin." Afraid that I had no idea who Ricky Martin was. Even I would remember Ricky Martin. But thank you for trying to protect my ass. Ricky Martin on this day 24 years ago was among the MTV Europe Award winners. All Saints for Best Pop Act. Ricky Martin won Best Male Artist. Madonna won Best Female Artist 2000. Red Hot Chili Peppers won Best Rock Band. Blink won 92, or 82, I guess it is, won Best New Act. And Jennifer Lopez, well, wouldn't you like to know the story you heard with P. Diddy all those years? Jennifer Lopez won Best R&B in 2000 MTV Europe. Yeah, okay, to the phones. Adam from Sandy Springs. Adam, how you doing, sir? Welcome aboard. What's going on? Happy Let It Rip Friday.
Hey, happy Friday, guys. Semper Fi. Yeah, I want to talk about the Democrats going berserk about Pete Hegseth being the new Pentagon chief.
We're going to play that lady coming up in a second. You're going to hear her on MSNBC. What a disgusting rant. Anyway, yes, sir, you were saying. Wow.
Right. So look at this Lloyd Austin. First, he was a failed general. He actually trained only 2 or 3 people in the Syrian rebels. Also, he oversaw the failed withdrawal of Afghanistan.
Yep.
And third of all, last year, he went UA without even telling Biden that he was going for surgery. Now, if this was you and me or an enlisted guy, they would have been NJP'd or summary court-martialed.
Yeah.
So this is a big improvement.
Yeah, he used to be a defense contractor. They pulled him out of the money-making defense contractor scheme to be head of the Secretary of Defense. I mean, and again, look at all the... Remember, every time there was somebody appointed from on the Democrat Party, how about Pete Buttigieg? Pete Buttigieg was a failed mayor of a little teeny town, and everything he did was a failure. The transportation department blew in every single way. They're changing all the bridges, all this stuff, the train derailments. I mean, all those things that happen.
The port strike.
Oh my God! Not only that, but how about Mayorkas? How about the people that they picked for this administration? The border czar, please. Mayorkas and the Attorney General Merrick Garland. These are the most corrupt, disgusting people in the history of the world. I mean, and they complain about Pete Hegseth because he's a war hero. My God. Hey, Adam, you're right, man. I love to have their heads explode. And we're going to hear more about it here in just a second. In fact, speaking of heads exploding. First of all, quick, Let It Rip Friday, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Our birthday list includes Beverly D'Angelo, 73. Chevy Chase is... I had a problem with the T. The whole mouth thing was just too much for me. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
She had a nice rack and she had a good attitude.
I'm sorry. It's a thing, and it's not a big... Now, clearly, if she said, excuse me, Mr. Peterson, is it? Yeah. I'd like to make out with you. I'd say, please, my honor, ma'am, and you tell me when to stop, because I'll...
Guess whose side chick she was for many a year.
Well, now, let's see. Beverly Dan... Oh, probably Dan Aykroyd or somebody. I don't know.
Nope.
Who?
Al Pacino.
Oh, I remember that now. He's had a couple of those, that little short, little dweeby little guys had a bunch of these babes. Beverly's 73, Ellen Greenwald of the Vacation movies, Ed Norton's chain-smoking mom in American History X. Anyway, Beverly 73. And, I got my phone. I got a double whammy history thing here for you. That'll be interesting. On this day, in 1969, the little freckle-faced girl enters the burger world. Dave Thomas opens his first Wendy's hamburger joint located in Columbus, Ohio, 1969, quickly becoming known for its square beef patties and frosty milkshakes. Dave Thomas named the restaurant after his fourth child, Melinda Lou Wendy Thomas, and it's her likeness used as the young freckle-faced girl on the Wendy's logo. Dave Thomas, this day, 1969. 404-741-1230, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And again, just for the record, on the Laken Riley trial, I don't know whether it's still going on. It was live earlier this morning. I may still be on live on TVs. The judge is, against a judge, it's a bench trial, no jury. And the judge is allowing live TV coverage, and you can see the crowd and everything. And the girl's mother just, crying or bawling her eyes out right there in court. And the judge did say, anybody who wants to leave ought to go now because it's going to get bad. And sure enough, it did. I'll just read a quick opening statement from the prosecutor, a woman. And again, the whole political thing, I believe, in the Athens area has now changed after what happened here. And I think they've been voted out of office, the woke ones who said no death penalty in this case. Here's what the woman prosecutor, Sheila Ross, said today. He went hunting for females on the University of Georgia campus. And on his hunt, he encountered 22-year-old Laken Riley on her morning jog. When Laken Riley refused to be his rape victim, he bashed her skull in with a rock repeatedly. The evidence will show that Laken fought. She fought for her life. She fought for her dignity. And in that fight, she caused the defendant to leave forensic evidence behind. She also marked her killer for the entire world to see. Among other things, her phone had his thumbprint on it, his DNA under her fingernails. He was scratched on his arms, wrists, his back of his hands. She fought him for 18 minutes until her heart stopped at 9:28 a.m., according to the heart rate readings and the data taken from her GPS running watch. Her encounter with him was long, said the prosecutor. Her fight with him was fierce. Dear God. Trial continues for the judge. All right, here we go. 344, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Get ready there, Flounder. Sylvester Stallone, holy cow, introducing Donald Trump last night at the America First Policy Institute gala last night with a short... Was fierce. What was that? I'm sorry. The Rocky actor, the final speaker of the night, talking for only about 2 minutes. But what a 2 minutes this was. Flounder, Rocky, if you will, sir.
When I did Rocky, if you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus, and it says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives, just like President Trump. We are in the presence of a really mythical character. I love mythology. And this individual does not exist on this planet. Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in awe. And I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
Sylvester Stallone last night. Donald Trump said a brief pause, and he said, just said a few words, and here we go. So we're off. By the way, coming up, more heads exploding in the Democrats, and also that vicious, nasty, hate-filled, a woman on MSNBC. You'll hear it all. 346, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let it rip Friday. How's your day going?
no terrorists, protesters. The unrest is back. This has to be shut down completely.
Oh, the fun of it is that they're so dedicated to Hamas, they had to take 4 months off.
Yes.
Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
No, hold on now. It's only me. It's only the camera. And I just got so excited because the official note says the open enrollment period is open. The open okay. Everybody's fine. You know, this open enrollment business, you need a health insurance plan. Holy cow. You need a doctor for your health insurance plan. Oh, wait a minute. How about a health insurance doctor? Notice what I did there. Yes, it's true. Listen, I don't know anything about this health insurance stuff. Luckily, you have to get somebody to do it for you, and especially if you're a small business owner, if you are self-employed, if you're self-insured, and you don't know what might happen. If you get chronically ill or sick of something, it could wipe you out, and then what are you going to do? Good luck trying to get somebody to talk to you on the phone at Obamacare, Schmamacare business. Well, I got a guy. His name is Steven, the health insurance doctor. That's important to remember. The health insurance doctor. The non-Obamacare, Schmamacare health plan. How about year-round, no open enrollment thing, deductible stuff, $0 when you go see your doctor, don't have to copay, stuff like that. This nationwide PPO business, whatever that is. I know people are saving 60% for their families over Obama Schmamacare plans. Thousands, like 10 grand a year in premiums of the family stuff. I'm serious. I'm not making this up. And guess what? With thousands of satisfied clients, been doing it for a couple of decades. Stephen will answer your phone call, take care of you, and it's free. You don't pay him. You don't pay him. There's no cost to you. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's true. Here's a phone number. The health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. On the web, help you figure this out for you. healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Join Braves Vacations for some exciting road trips to historic cities and ballparks during the 2025 season. Fans can enjoy 3 games at Fenway Park in Boston to watch the Braves take on the Red Sox May 15th through the 19th. Or head to Wrigley Field for 3 games against the Chicago Cubs August 31st through September 3rd. Road trip packages include deluxe hotel accommodations, game tickets, exclusive events with Braves team personnel, unique excursions, select meals, optional airfare, and more. Visit Braves.com/vacation to learn more.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mike Plant, President and CEO of the Braves Development Company.
I think back about 2003 when I started with the Braves, and just knew we had to create a destination that people wanted to come to year-round. We had a blank canvas, and I think we had a pretty good feel for what would be a year-round destination, mixed-use development, lifestyle center, all those. Fortunately, we have this incredible relationship long-term with Georgia Power. Right away, they saw our vision, they got our vision, they understood it, and they knew they needed to be a big part of that. They are leaders as far as being part of this community. We don't have power, we don't have life, So, they've been a great partner of ours, and they're there with us every step of the way.
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit GeorgiaPower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
Tune into your new favorite show that's redefining the A to Z's of marketing, The Marketing Madmen. We'll take you behind the scenes of successful campaigns and reveal the strategies that win. We're not just talking about marketing, we're making it happen. From viral content creation to leveraging AI for customer engagement, our experts bring you to the cutting edge of industry. This is your playbook for market dominance. Tune in and transform your approach with actionable tips that could skyrocket your ROI. The Marketing Madmen every Saturday at 4 p.m. right here on Extra 106.3.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn Beck until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And The Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
All right, we're trying to connect with Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock, as is our normal want. Looking forward to it. Working out all the kinks and stuff here. 3:52 in the meantime. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230 and Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, he announced his retirement in 1992 on this day after a gig in California. He said, "Who wants to tour at the age of 46?" Well, that was 1992. Good for him, you know. I love it. Our birthday list includes Sam Waterston. Sam Waterston is 84. D.A. Jack McCoy on Law and Order, but I remember him in Killing Fields. He was a pretty good actor, but I think he did that before he was on Law and Order. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Sam Waterston?
No, you're not wrong.
84. And on this day in history, 1993, my Mickey Mouse Club back in the day was Annette Funicello, Karen and Cubby, Darlene, Jimmy the dancing, bouncing guy was always kind of a little light in the old thing there. And, of course, I remember that, if you're old enough, remember that giant old fart in the back named Roy? I think wasn't that Roy Disney? Wasn't that Disney's brother? And he looked like a 50-year-old hulking. He looked like the guy from the thing with Gregory Peck, the book you never read about the little girl Scout and the family, and Robert Duvall was the weird neighbor. Talking about. Oh yes, you do. Gregory Peck starred in the movie of the trial of the black guy, and he was innocent in Kill a Mockingbird, and it reminded me of the hulking thing of the guy in Kill a Mockingbird was Robert Duvall. Anyway. All right, so that was my Mickey Mouse Club, okay? Spinning Marty, stuff like that. Well, the modern day Mickey Mouse Club on this day in 1993. The new Mickey Mouse Club on this day, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Christina Aguilera. All the new Mickey Mouse, and look what all happened to them, starting with the Mickey Mouse Club. 3:54, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Oh, do you mind just one quick second, and we'll get back to the news. I found this. I was going through stuff here just for the fun of it. To remind of anybody in particular? The answer is Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
What do you use to fry your Peter in? I know. I was thinking about what comedy used to be, you know, and in the old days of silly little stuff and Johnny Carson and you know.
Did you see Pauly Shore has called out the late night guy? He goes, "Come on, man, we've done this politics over and over. When we were young, there's little politics. Can we go back to just having fun?"
Yeah.
And Stephen Colbert threw a tantrum last night about RFK Jr. Just a complete childish tantrum on national television.
They should be. You would think, oh my God, if I were clever and if I were a comedian, and God knows I am not, but if I were a clever comedian, this would be gold. I mean, how could they not have people laughing and screaming, overjoyed, hysterical, wetting their pants with comedy instead of screaming and yelling about a political thing that all of it? I mean, where did that come from? I mean, I don't
because there's no talents doing it now.
I don't even care because I'm not watching them. But what a waste! If I had if I were smart and quick and funny and all that stuff, oh my God, this would be a gold mine for 4 more years. Well, screw them. I don't care. All right, Founder, let's do this. This is incredible. Chris Hayes, MSNBC, he even had to say, "Oh, that wasn't my fault, you guys." He had this snotty little snot chick on, Sherilyn Ifill. She's a legal defense fund, NAACP racist, and she started spewing some lies last night on MSNBC. Flounder, if you will, sir.
Add the Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth, the Fox News commentator as well, because this is someone who weekend host,
that's
important distinction. This is someone who is known to be a white supremacist, known to be an extremist, whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of black officers to the top brass.
No, it's not. I mean, she went on and on and on. For example, can you imagine why Comcast is now trying to sell the network? Tell me you didn't learn anything from the election. Nobody cares about your race grifting anymore. Every time I check in with MSNBC, there's some angry black woman on there, some kind of weird monopoly. They think every Republican And because he has a tattoo of a cross on his chest, typical anti-Christian garbage from MSNBC. And guess what? Jill Biden's former top aide is blasting these people. Michael LaRosa served as her press secretary for 2 years a couple of years ago. He said, this shark has got to stop. You've got to stop labeling people, opponents of diversity, equity, and inclusion, as racist. Opposing DEI does not make you a white supremacist. Conversations and demonization like this are a big part of the reason we got our asses kicked. The answer to your extremism is not more extremism. They're turning the Democrat Party into a joke. We've got to knock it off. Get serious guests who are not going to diagnose politics, not going to make it worse. I mean, ta-da! Finally!
She didn't state that as opinion. She stated it as a known fact.
Yeah,
that's defamation right there.
Well, the problem is he's a public figure can't sue unless it's actual malice, and there's no such thing in politics anymore.
And Chris Hayes, who has 14 viewers, sitting there mocking someone for having, he's a weekend host. He's not really a host like me.
And he had to send out a disclaimer as though, it's not my fault here. I mean, these freaking people. Again,
he was trashing him because he works the weekend instead of working like he does.
He's only a weekend.
Doesn't Hexeth have more viewers on the weekend than Chris Hayes does in the week?
By a trillion. By a trillion. Almost 3:58. Kimber Pete Flounder. Little Flounder's funnies for Nucky's Hoagies. What do you got there, sir?
If I ever see a hot mess, I just keep my eye on her a little bit. And I was on a flight recently, and this lady got on the plane, and she barely made this flight. I mean, it looked like she just found out she had a flight. Like she was out on the sidewalk, and just someone goes up to her like, hey, you got to go to Phoenix now. So she comes on the plane. I mean, they didn't even want to let her on. They're trying to shut the door. I thought we already took off. She sits next to me. She's pounding this water, and she's got these headphones she bought in this plastic case, and she's trying to open them the same way a raccoon would try to open them. And she's eating it and clawing.
That's what I do.
She can't get it, so she looks at me and says loudly, hey, do you have a knife on you? Like we're in some back alley, and I'm just like, I got a knife and a gun. Which one would help more? So that was someone that I was like, hey, did you ever wait tables like early 90s? My parents, they also became Christian when I was born. And everybody's still Christian, but I got them when they were the most Christian.
Nate Pagacci there, I'm guessing, our boy.
That's him.
Oh, I never get tired of that guy. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, here's the number. Let her rip Friday, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I mentioned the hot water thing. If you turn on your hot water in your shower and you wait 5 minutes and walk in, can you walk in without getting scalded? The answer is no, but now you can. I had a new hot water put in, and when I took my first shower the day afterwards, I let it run all the way, walked in, and you can walk in. It's hot, but it doesn't scald because they have a new lower temperature limit on new water heaters so no one gets burned accidentally.
Oh, what a bunch of wussy,
I'm telling you,
new age crap.
I didn't adjust it. It was
take your scalding like a man.
That's what I preferred, and I couldn't change it. They did it automatically in the tank. I'm against it, I tell you. It's 4 o'clock. What'd be a Boortz coming up? Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Another pick. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. President-elect Trump making the official announcement that he's nominating North Dakota's Governor Doug Burgum to be the Secretary of the Interior and Chairman of the new National Energy Council. Burgum telling reporters higher energy costs pushed inflation higher.
There's real issues domestically. We're to wrestle inflation under the ground because energy is a component of everything. It's the clothes you wear, the food you eat.
Republican National Committee Chair Michael Whatley tells Fox News he expects the Republican majority in the Senate to confirm the president's cabinet choices.
As everybody knows, people are policy, and Donald Trump is moving forward by making appointments of people that are going to implement his policies to really, truly look at every aspect of his campaign.
Fox Business host Larry Kudlow has withdrawn his name from consideration to be Treasury Secretary. The Wall Street Journal reports he's told the transition team he does not want to return to government. Trial has begun for Jose Ibarra, the Venezuelan immigrant immigrant, charged with the murder of nursing student Laken Riley last February. University of Georgia Police Sergeant Kenneth Maxwell testifying about finding her body near a jogging trail.
I suspected that this wasn't an accident based on the circumstances in which she had been found. So I started communicating with Sergeant Epps that we need to begin setting up a perimeter to preserve any evidence because I believe the crime had occurred.
Her murder became a flashpoint over illegal immigration, a point not lost on defense attorney Dustin Kirby.
People have used this case for their own personal gain, financial gain, political gain.
Kirby says the evidence does not prove Jose Ibarra guilty. President Biden meeting with Japan's prime minister and the president of South Korea today at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum in Lima, Peru. Tomorrow he meets with China's President Xi. Wall Street at the close, the Dow dropping 306 points, NASDAQ off 427. America's listening to Fox News.
Our nation's problems have been building for the past 50 years, and they're not going away overnight, which is why we must prepare now for a financial collapse that will affect the entire economy. The good news is there's an easy way to do that. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe everyone should consider a gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group to diversify their IRA or 401k. Gold is a proven bedrock in almost every kind of economy. To learn more, get a free info kit from my trusted friends at Birch Gold by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. Don't wait until decades of government irresponsibility come crashing down on your retirement. Get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold now. Text PROTECT to the number 989898. That's PROTECT to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
All right, stand by, 403, and you can tell by the sound and the heartbeat. It's time once again for Neil Boortz at Parts Unknown, here with the Kipper Pete founder, Neil Boortz. Happy Friday, sir. What's going on, and how are you? And cue him. Here we go. Neil Boortz, right here.
Yeah.
Standing by with Neil, the actual Boortz, is right in the area. I think he's walking up to the microphone now, and he's beginning to get ready to talk. And here he is now, Neil Boortz.
Are you telling me you can't hear me?
I hear you now.
Well, it's not. That one wasn't my fault.
No, nobody's fault. Everything's fine. I don't give a crap about mistakes. I'll bet you the first thing I told Flounder when you came to work as our board guy, I said, I don't give a damn if there's a mistake. I don't care. Let's just have fun.
You said, what the hell did you just say?
You know, this time next week I'll be back in my own studio in my own condo. Is that not exciting?
Oh, that's very exciting. Have you seen it? Have they showed you pictures? Have you inspected it yet, or are you in the area, or what?
Oh yeah, we've been going by and checking on it, and
cool.
They try to keep me out of there because every time I check, I say, "What the hell's this? What's this? What you know?"
Yeah, they don't much around there for that. No.
Yeah,
very exciting. I'm happy for you.
I'm happy to get out of the. Well, I'm not happy to get out of the Boortz bus, but it's nice to get back there. By the way, I have an announcement that I'm making on your show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Neil Boortz.
I am taking my name out of consideration as Donald Trump's press secretary.
I called him last night. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, that just cost me a bundle. Man, I had money on that. Oh, crap.
You know, finally, the Queen convinced me.
Yeah, get out of there.
If you go ahead with this, if you accept that, the other side has got 25 years of tape recordings to go through.
Yeah, it's over. Hell, the cat thing alone. Yeah, the cat thing alone. In fact, some of your friends sent me the cat story, the audio, on my Facebook page, my message page.
The Great Georgia Cat
The Great
chase?
Georgia Cat chase out of the plains. I thought I could catch the little bastard. Splat.
Well, and then there was the dolphin thing.
Now, is that the one with the girl in the water? I'm trying to remember what the dolphin thing was. I don't know if I remember that one.
Well, you might remember, Kimmer, because you're old.
Yes, it is true.
That there was a big news bit in Southern California, and this would have been about 25 or 30 years ago, where fishermen were catching dolphins in their nets, and the dolphin lovers, the porpoise lovers, are just going crazy over that.
Yeah.
So, I did a thing where the Dolphins had swum up, boarded a nuclear submarine through the torpedo tubes, and headed off the coast. Headed off the coast of they were gonna nuke Los Angeles if this stuff didn't. But here's the kicker, Timmer. Yeah, there was no internet at that time.
So nobody could, see?
So the AJC didn't have the means to correct, and by the time, and this was over 2 days, by the time I told people it was all a scam, the AJC had a photographer and a reporter on a plane headed to San Diego to cover the story.
Dude, wasn't that yours that said they were going to rename 285 after Nelson Mandela? The Nelson Mandela perimeter?
That wasn't me, but I did cause a bit of a stir. You know when Willie B. died?
Oh, God, do I ever. I remember I had a little conversation myself with him on the radio.
And you know who the mayor of Atlanta was at that time?
Yes, I remember. Tell the little people all about it, Neil.
Maynard Jackson. So I went on the radio. They're trying to find a name for Willie B. The replacement. To name the replacement. And I said, this is simple. Let's just continue the tradition of naming our zoos gorillas after Atlanta mayors.
The first black mayor included.
And so can I tell you how well that went over?
Yeah, that's not going to be a happy thing. That was a different time, boy. Hosea Williams. I remember, God, so many stories about Hosea Williams in 1972 when I got here. Holy cow. Like that would have been all over.
He really was a dear friend of mine.
Absolutely. He was a great guy. The Thanksgiving stuff, and his daughter's still doing it, I think, to this day, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. I was the chairman of that Thanksgiving Day dinner one year.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Anyway, I got to tell you something about Florida.
All right.
Matt Gaetz down here in Florida is considered, I'm sorry, ladies, to use this phrase, he is just a huge animated douchebag.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I mean, this state does not respect him. I don't know what the hell is going on in his congressional district. I have a lot of agreement with some of Trump's appointments, and I have a lot of questions about others. And at the top of that list, Timmer, is Matt Gaetz. That there is not a chance in the world that Matt Gaetz is ever going to be confirmed to that spot. It is just not going to happen.
Well, even the Wall Street Journal said there were 30 Republicans against him already. But we approached this. I heard a couple of people last night and this morning talking about possible reasons. One, if Donald Trump did this because he knew that they were going to reject him, and when they do, they will never reject another pick. So he was willing to sacrifice Matt Gaetz so that none of his other picks would ever have a problem, and then he could make Matt Gaetz, the senator from Florida, take over for Rubio.
That ain't going to happen either.
That was one of the theories. Other than that, he's asking for it, and maybe he's going to put the Senate, like Pete was mentioning, he's putting these senators on notice. If you vote against him, we know where you stand, and here we go. I mean, I think he's throwing down the gauntlet, but it's a risk, and he must know that obviously these people know what was going to happen when he made that name public, so there must be a good reason for it. So I wish I knew what it was. I can't see for the other shoe to drop. I can't wait for that, you know.
He would have done better nominating a pile of steaming.
That'd be kind of hard to put a name, a little pair of shoes under a dog poop, or little hat on it.
Now, also, Matt Gaetz was threatening to bring some House action against Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, and Trump may have done this to protect Mike Johnson. And it's just an idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Neil, the shoe has got to fall. There's got to be a result when he gets to the Senate, assuming it will go to the Senate. Now, he may drop out, and maybe they were just trying to see what was going on, like a trial balloon. When he gets to the Senate, and if they vote no, then we're going to find out what the hell was all about, because he must have known it wasn't going to pass, and then we'll see what it was all about. I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't know.
I am too, but here's another idea. Consider this.
Yeah,
Matt Gaetz may have, what is this, the 118th Congress, I think?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Matt Gaetz may have resigned from that, but he is still the congressman-elect for the 119th Congress.
Yeah, he can still run.
He can bail out before the 119th Congress is seated and still be sworn into that seat and remain a congressman.
Yep. Good point. Good point.
Is that part of Trump's equation here?
Well, but then why would he put him through it other than to say you kill this one guy, so don't do anything to the rest of them? If that's the only reason, that seems like an awful lot of guinea pig thing to
remove the threat against Mike Johnson is one reason.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how big the threat was, and because that'd be a pretty big threat.
You're a military guy, Kimmer. Yep. What do you think of this head stuff theory?
Honestly, I like it. I got to tell you, Neil, I like it. In fact, I've got a story right here in my hot little hand. We're going to talk about it a little later. The Pentagon is going nuts. The Pentagon right now is now deleting all of the generals who have been in charge of DEI. The files are gone. The files are disappearing. And Donald Trump's already trying to make sure they don't erase them. He's got some kind of task force under Pete Hegseth's aegis, apparently already, trying to make sure they can go get the people who were responsible for the decline of our military. I think it's great. Hell, for one thing, he's a freaking war hero. He's in the Army for 20 years. He was a major. Now he's not a general, and he's not 65 years old, and I think that's great. I guarantee you, and I just went through dealing with the VA about stuff from Vietnam, and I can promise you that things are going to be different, because I felt like they screwed me, and well, anyway, I don't want to talk about me, but I guarantee you that he's going to have a whole different attitude. And again, when you look at it, they keep saying, well, he's just a weekend anchorman, and he's a weekend guy on Fox News. Yeah, well, you keep thinking that. And who would you rather have working with you to take care of veterans and to take care of the military in this country than a guy who was just, did 2 tours and has 2 Purple Hearts? I mean, I saw 2 Bronze Stars. No, it's unbelievable.
I'm with you. I mean, my first reaction was, what?
I couldn't believe it when he first said it.
The more I think about it, maybe the generals up there in their fat little positions, maybe this does rattle them. I would imagine, and you can speak to this, I cannot, the rank and file members of the armed forces are probably saying, this is great.
Love it. In fact, if I were a dad and had a military-age kid who wanted to go, I'd say, okay, January 21, you go ahead and sign up. I mean, honestly, Neil, I think that's that important. I think a whole bunch of us in America are saying, okay, looks like we're getting back on track again. I really, really mean that. And by the way, this Pete Hegseth has a degree from Harvard and Princeton, the Kennedy School of Government. He's done Veterans Administration work for years. He's got a background, for God. What are they worried about? Oh, he's on TV on the weekends. These freaking people, their whole life is all liars on the media, and now as soon as they get another media guy because he's a Republican, they're saying he's suddenly not qualified. Yeah, like Joy Reid's qualified for anything. She's on TV. Give me a break.
I can think of some things she's qualified for.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lordy.
I mean,
Yeah.
But, oh, God. You had to bring up Joy Reid.
I'm sorry. I know. And she made a big deal about announcing she's leaving X. She's no longer going to. Well, who cares? It's a big announcement. And Elon Musk said, by the way, you really, there's no, you can leave anytime you want. It's not like you have to announce it. I think it's just.
Have any of these celebrities that said they were going to leave actually left?
Yeah, well, Eva Longoria took her, although, they caught her in a lie. Eva Longoria made a big announcement yesterday saying she's moved her whole family out of America now that between Spain and Mexico. Well, she did that years ago. She hasn't lived in Hollywood forever when she goes to do a movie or an appearance or something, but she's done that a long time ago and now faked it as though she's suddenly, because of Donald Trump, she's leaving the dystopian American continent or something. Unbelievable.
Well, I'm the one that distresses me is Barbara Streisand.
Oh,
I don't know how I can go on and live and prosper in a country that doesn't have Barbara Streisand.
Well, I saw her the other night on TV. I didn't recognize her. What she has done to her face. Oh, and whoop! Oh my God, these girls. Fine. I wish she would go. I mean, so we don't even have to think about her anymore. Honestly, let them go. Do whatever they want. I don't care about them anymore. They're done.
The one I really want to see go is Robert De Niro.
Oh, God. I would love to see his head actually explode as he's walking down Fifth Avenue or something. He's just a snotty, angry little dweeb. And he's a great actor. I hate the fact that I really love his movies, but he's such a disgusting little grease spot. He's just nasty and slimy and just filled with venom and just awful.
Just think about what is, you talk about De Niro and these other actors. What is their talent?
They can read other people's words, memorizing words.
Is to pretend to be something they are not.
Yeah, that's right. Fakes.
That's their talent.
Yeah.
And to read words that are written for them by somebody else. Who's your favorite actor, by the way?
One of them is Morgan Freeman. Another one is Denzel Washington.
There you go. Denzel Washington.
Yeah, great actor.
I could kiss him right on the mouth.
Oh, hey, I-oh. That was Neil Boortz, ladies and gentlemen.
He just admitted to kissing a man after he would not kiss
that's
Julia
right.
Roberts.
I saw that story, and didn't he freak out about it? Said it really messed him up, I think, too, didn't it?
He wouldn't kiss Julia, but he'll kiss a man.
Kiss a man.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, he's a great actor.
Who's that?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, 45 minutes ago, Donna, the Queen, walked up and said, "What are you watching?" Because I had the AirPods in, and I said, "I'm just looking at scenes from the Equalizer 1 and 2."
Oh my God, I love that! I have both of them on my DVR as we speak. I got both of them. I like number one better. And number two, I had too much of the watery thing and the the ocean stuff, and for me anyway. But I liked them both. Great movies.
What is your favorite scene?
Well, I love God, there's so many. When he gets the bad guys, he hangs them. The noose came down with a barbed wire and hauled a guy by the neck. That's pretty cool. And when he shoots him with the paint gun, I like them all. There are too many.
We haven't seen number 3 yet, though.
No. Oh, are they making a number 3?
No, number 3's been out for about a year.
The Equalizer number 3?
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know why I didn't know that. If I knew, I forgot.
That's the one that takes place, I believe, in Naples, Italy.
Well, for crying out loud, I feel like an idiot. I should have known that because I love that series, and I'll definitely watch it when it comes out. I don't know why I haven't even heard about it. I can't believe I didn't remember that. Huh. Well, I'm old. No, that's why I can't be president.
I think he's great. Have you ever seen the movie? Oh my gosh, now I can't think of the name of it. But Morgan Freeman was in it.
The detective movie,
along with
where he was the detective and the girl was the murderer, the blonde actress girl. He was.
This had. Donna, help me with it. The girl we ran into at St. Regis. Who was that? Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Oh, Morgan Freeman and Scarlett. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, the one where she becomes like an inanimate object computer girl. Yeah, Pete Davis. What was that movie, Pete Davis? Scarlett Johansson and the computer mind of hers with Morgan Freeman.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yep.
And I tell you what, a couple of weeks after watching it, Don and I are having breakfast at St. Regis. We were living there at the time. And there's this kid running around, and we had our granddaughter there. So the kid and our granddaughter made friends. And then the kid's mother came over. I hope my daughter isn't bothering you. No, not at all. And so she and Donna just sat there and talked forever while I'm just stuffing pancakes down my mouth. And then when she left, Donna said, "You don't even know who that was, do you?" Well, I said, "No, who was it?" That was Scarlett Johansson.
No kidding.
and I got up so fast from that table, the tablecloth pulled all the dishes off.
Cool. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
Oh, that's nice. She's a down-to-earth mom and person, and that's good to know. That's good to know.
Oh, she really was. Just none of this fancy airs about her. So, but I never recognized celebrities. Donna's embarrassed me on that issue so many times. Julia Roberts, I tell you, but anyway.
Didn't catch the name. That's
I think my favorite appointment from Donald Trump is Marco Rubio. He's a dedicated anti-communist, and it is going to be good having him in the United Nations before this body that was created to preserve communism and the Soviet Union at the expense of the United States.
Yep. It started back with UNICEF. Remember those little cup things in UNICEF? I remember you ranting about this 30, 40 years ago, changing the labels on them and taking away from American help and it made it UNICEF help and stuff like that. Yeah, they've been at this for decades.
I mean, over at Apollo Radio, they picketed me for that.
Yeah. Well, we've been blasting about him for literally decades. I don't know what he knows. I don't know what he knows about the world. I assume he's smart enough to be able to be filled in and all this stuff. I have no idea what his general basic knowledge is about world affairs.
Foreign Relations Committee.
Yeah, good point. But again, I'm happy. I think it's a good pick, and I know he's going to do a good job. And then we get to pick another senator from your state, in my former state of Florida. So that's good.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not eligible. I'm not going to be considered for that either.
Well, I was going to wonder about that.
No. But what if I did accept that? How long would I have to serve?
Well, it's a 6-year term, so which is fine.
No.
Oh, actually, until they. I don't know. Well, at least 2 years, maybe 4.
Well, as an important member of the media, that's something you should know.
Well, I'm obviously not an important member of the media.
and I'm just a retired old fart here in Naples, and I don't need to know that stuff.
Well, I don't need to know either. I don't give a damn. Let them figure it out. He's not listening.
By the way, the state of Florida down here is suing FEMA.
Oh, I saw that story. In fact, FEMA finally sent their people into Florida to say, "Oh, we'll take care of your problem now." And they said, "Oh, really?" Tell us about what's going on down there. I don't know the latest at all.
Well, I know somebody down here personally who is very, very tuned in to disaster relief and how disaster relief does work and how it doesn't work. And that person is sitting across from me right now on the couch.
Yeah.
She is a Tiffany member of the Red Cross. Look that up sometime.
Yeah.
I could sure use that $100,000 right now. But, oh, my God, you say FEMA to her, and lightning shoots out of her ears.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about their standard practices, Been doing this forever, apparently.
So what happened down here in one of the FEMA areas is that the local director was sending out the FEMA agents to ask people, do you need help? Do you need help from FEMA? But she explicitly instructed them, do not call on any house that has a Trump sign in the yard.
Yeah.
And her excuse was, well, they're hostile. Yeah. And it's not hostile to refuse aid to people because they are going to vote for Donald Trump. So now FEMA has got a lot of questions to answer as soon as the Republicans generate a good committee up there in Washington to handle this.
Yeah, that lady says she was a scapegoat. She says they're blaming me. She said, hell, I got it in writing. Her supervisor approved of the policy to skip the Trump sign houses. I mean, they caught it. The girl said, we've been doing this forever. I mean, this is going to be all out in the open here before too long. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Well, Donna's never liked FEMA. I mean, I can't tell you how many thousands and thousands of trailers there are sitting on lots
that's right.
around the southeastern U.S.
That's a great point. Probably rotting in the sun by this point. They've been sitting here for 20 years.
Right.
20 years.
Katrina.
Yeah.
And they've never been made available to, and when they did make them available to homes down here, people that lost their homes in Hurricane Ian, especially, you had to fill out a briefcase full of paperwork and prove this and prove that before they'd ever allow you to have a FEMA trailer on your property. And then shortly thereafter, oh, you haven't fixed things up yet?
Yeah.
Well, that's a damn shame. We're coming to take the trailer back.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping. Yeah, it's just.
That's the way the government helps people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe this is really a wake up for everything. Maybe this whole Trump thing where he's sticking it near everybody's eyes, saying, "Oh yeah, well here we go, we won, and by God, here we go." Maybe we need the turmoil, the upheaval of everything, and figure out what's left when we get done with it. I'm excited about it.
Some more research for you, Timur.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
More research.
All right.
Asheville, North Carolina.
Yep.
You ever been there?
I've been through it. I love Carolinas. I love going to Carolinas. Just played a lot of golf there. And I don't know anything about it. I know it's a liberal area of a more conservative area outside it.
It is very liberal.
Yeah, real touristy.
Very liberal.
Yeah.
And I wonder what that has, if there's any correlation there with Asheville being so solidly blue, so solidly Democrat, and exhibiting right now an apparent inability to recover from this hurricane and the floods that went through Nashville.
Yeah.
The Cajun Navy could have had Asheville back on its feet in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what is it about the further left the people in the government of an area get, the further left, the harder time they have recovering from disasters? It's because they always are relying on somebody else.
Yeah. Well, good point. Good point. Waiting for the Godot, or somebody.
Yeah. Okay, so beyond that, I got nothing.
Well, it's all good. No big deal. Everything's going to be fine. Let's see. Bill Clinton's got a new book coming out. You hear about this where he says, I really didn't handle my interview a few years ago, but Monica Lewinsky very well and stuff like that. I think it was pretty freaking funny.
No, he calls that an interview?
Yeah. Well,
last time you were interviewed.
Well, this was the first day. I did a little history thing earlier. This was the first time that Bill Clinton and Monica got together in 1995, and that's when she turned her back and lifted up her little suit jacket showing her the thong of her panties, and that's when they started kissing, and then she had to go do something, and they met later and did a little further. So it was this day, on this very day, 1995, was their first sexual experience. Bill Clinton.
George Bush gave me and a couple of other people, this is George W.
Yeah.
A little tour of the Oval Office.
Yeah.
and he included on that tour, well, a couple of things. Like in a frame, he had a .45 caliber 911.
Oh, cool!
And he said, he said this is the gun that Saddam Hussein had on him when we pulled him out of that Spidey hole.
Oh my God! How cool is that? Oh my God!
That was pretty cool.
Wow.
But then he showed us the little room, and he said something like, I don't want to say too much about this room, but it was one of Bill Clinton's favorites.
Yeah. Mr. President, staff meeting.
And, I tell you what, it's something very special to be able to sit down with the President of the United States in the Oval Office and just carry on a loose, open-ended conversation.
Well, you're a guy who say, you've had a world full of experiences, and luckily you get to share them with us, and have been doing it for a long time, and there ought to be a book in there before you go, I think, huh?
No books, no books.
No personal book stuff? Okay, well.
But I did order on Amazon a box of the fair tax books because I've run out, and there's new interest in that now, so I want to have some to hand to important politicians.
I wonder whether they've got the balls to just do it. I mean, if you could come up with any kind of a liability. The only problem is if you stop changing what a salary is, then the businesses or the people are going to try to make a different definition of what a salary is and how much you therefore should pay taxes. You know what I mean? I mean, there's going to be somebody trying to sneak around it. But it seems to me it would. Just do it. Try it. What the hell we got to lose? We're in a mess now.
Under the fair tax, it doesn't matter what your salary is. There is no tax on income, whether it's dividends or capital gains or salary or tips or under the table, or you earn it selling drugs or you earn it selling your body. There's no tax on it.
Well, someone will come up with a way to pay you in goods and services and call it salary, so you don't have to pay the tax when they give you a car. In other words, someone's going to try to mess it up, and I'm not clever enough to figure out what the alternatives might be. But I mean, I like it. I think it was a great idea, and I don't know why we don't try it. What the hell? I mean, if it doesn't work, then we change. What? We're not going to lose everything in a couple of years, you know. I mean, anyway, I'm in favor.
Well, I started comparing $1993 to $2023 or $24.
Yeah.
And the $22 million that was spent, donated by these three billionaires, that $23 million that was spent studying and creating the fair tax would amount to well over $30 million today, $35 million. Never in the history of this country has that much money been spent on developing a piece of legislation.
Yeah, well.
And the reason it has such a rough time is because it would be the biggest transfer of power from the government to the people in the history of our country.
Yep, you got that right. Neil Boortz, have a great weekend. Congratulations, almost back in the special Boortz Palace with your lovely bride. Have a great weekend, my friend. Be careful out there.
2,000 square foot palace. Yeah,
anyway, Neil Boortz.
Okay, we're headed to our favorite Mexican restaurant.
Outstanding. Well, Trace Margaritas, that's what I say. Thank you, Neil Boortz, 432.
Queso Blanco.
Hoorah, Stepper 5, 432. Kimmer Pete Flounder and Neil Boortz on 106.3. Look out.
Hurricanes, floods, and war in the Middle East remind us how critical it is to be prepared. Now is the time to visit True Prep and prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. If you're unsure where to start, True Prep's knowledgeable staff is here to assist. True Prep is also your one-stop shop for firearms, including a huge selection of AR-15s, firearm accessories, plus the cheapest ammo in town. Visit True Prep in Marietta on Cobb Parkway or online at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow.
All right, don't worry. Now we still have Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis and also Flinders Floundies and Flinders Floundies. I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing? Because I'm thinking about my dentist. Now, I know. Don't call me names. Well, call me names. Dina Giesler, my dentist, first time went to was like 31 years ago, Atlanta Smiles. And it's true, you smile walking in the door. This is the happiest dental staff or medical staff I've ever seen in my entire life. These Kimmer babes are just, they love America. They love what they do. Everybody's smiling. And don't forget the dog. You talk more about that in a second. But again, whether it's crowns or cleaning or bridges or taking care of your gums, which you know is important to take care of your teeth that way too. I promise you, they'll make you happy. I always get the gas, but honest to goodness, Dr. Dina has a little doggy there she'll put in your lap if you like to make you feel better, what she did for me, and it works. Don't forget, veterans get 10% off right off the top. All you have to do is mention that you're a veteran, and here's that number. Tell them when you call, 404-262-7733. Remember, you're going to be smiling when you walk in the door and smiling when you leave because they really take care of you. Please tell them the Kimmer sent you. Get the gas, get the doggy, atlantasmiles.com.
Modular and offsite construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, coming to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on November 20th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and offsite construction is changing the way companies build. It's quicker, cheaper, and offers a faster ROI. So don't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, coming to Atlanta on November 20th. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com.
For anyone who's ever wanted to learn to cook quality barbecue, Southern Thunder Barbecue School is offering a hands-on cooking school experience with training from award-winning barbecue grand champions. It's a fantastic holiday gift. Find out more at southernthunderbbq.com. That's southernthunderbbq.com.
Hey Roswell, looking for the perfect bite this football season? Head on over to Nucky's Hoagie's Roswell Corners, where every sandwich is crafted with love by us.
The Sub Sisters,
Stacy
and Shannon. Whether you're looking to cater a football tailgate party or grabbing lunch to go or dining in, we've got delicious Nucky's menu items for you. When you bite into a Nucky's Hoagies, you'll taste the difference. The softest hoagie rolls ever with the freshest ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance.
Make Nucky's Hoagies and Roswell Corners on Woodstock Road your new favorite sandwich spot.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. We all know that Affordable Care Act is hardly affordable. Those pricey health insurance premiums are killing me. Hey, if you could save up to 60% of your current monthly premiums and get better coverage at a price you can afford, if you're self-employed or self-insured, a small business owner, you got that COBRA thing going, I got a guy, Steven, the health insurance doctor, can easily solve your health insurance dilemma. Steven will customize a comprehensive, zero-deductible, nationwide PPO something. I don't know what that is, but he sure does, and it's available immediately. You could have the freedom to choose any doctor or any hospital, save thousands of dollars of annual premiums, enhance benefits like dental, vision, cancer, accidental policies, and stuff like that. Many current clients are saving more than $10,000 a year. Call my guy, Steven, the health insurance doctor, and see how much you can save. 678-523-0759. There's no charge. It's free to you. You don't have to pay him. Health insurance doesn't have to stink anymore. Call Steven, the health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. Online, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but the cold air is coming fast. That means a couple different things to me and you. Energy bills will be rising and company coming over for the holidays. Dan Watkins here with all Four Seasons garage, entry doors, and windows. It's time to get your house ready for the winter air and your holiday visitors. The good news is that we have you covered for every opening in your home. So call us today to set up a free estimate with one of our amazing sales consultants. They'll help you pick out the perfect garage door, front door, and windows for your home.
I like this song. Always have. Dire Straits. This is the album, the little cassette that I bought for that cute little number who was working at the dry cleaners when I was an anchorman and doing TV stuff in San Francisco in the 80s. It was literally 40 years ago. And she said, "Oh, I saw you on TV last night," and we went out together, and I took her a ride on my Harley. And I found out she loved Dire Straits, so we stopped at the record store and I bought her this little cassette. Phone call coming up, 437. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Dire Straits in 1987 became the first act to sell more than 3 million copies of an album in America. Holy cow, Dire Straits? That doesn't sound right. 1987, Dire Straits, the first act, not even the Beatles. Sold 3 million copies. I can't believe it. Brothers in Arms contained 5 top 40 singles. Money for Nothing, So Far Away, Walk of Life. I love that one, too. I've got that one on my music, so I think thanks to Founder. Brothers in Arms and your latest Trick. It's the 8th best-selling album in British history. Holy cow, Dire Straits. To the phones. It's Martin. You're on the radio. Martin, happy Friday. What's going on, sir?
Well, it's the end of the week, and we got this far.
Yep, we did.
Anyhow, as far as Dire Straits, you got to look up Emmylou and Mark Knopfler playing together.
Okay.
It is a knockout. Get Flounder to look it up for you.
Okay,
really, really good.
Excellent.
You'll
Cool.
like it.
Flounder's jumping up and down in there. He's very happy about that.
Well, there you go. Anyhow, so tonight on Netflix, if you've got Netflix.
I could get it on my fingernail app if I could get to the store later.
Well, there you go. We've got Rock'em Sock'em.
That's right. Big fight.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's your prediction? And who's going to win, Martin? Come on, put it on the line, buddy.
I'm torn because it's a black and white issue, and I don't want to appear racist.
Oh, that's not. No one's ever thought of the black and white issue.
Well, someone will.
No, nobody's ever. Nobody's ever thought. Oh, I want Tyson to win. I want Tyson to hurt him so bad that he's going to pee his pants and won't be able to walk, and then he'll say, "Oh, well, that's bad." You know, he'll be breathing through a tube for a couple of years for his $40 million. He's asking for it.
You remember the thing on Will Smith, and the guy was talking about trying to find him, and he found him in his dressing room, whatever. You know, he says, "Yeah, he's killing him.
He's murdering that guy." Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be the surprise. But a friend of mine said, either way it goes. The Jake Paul, I think is his name.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He's either going to I knocked out the greatest or I got knocked out by the greatest.
Either way, it's going to be down in history.
$40 million and Tyson gets 20.
Yeah, that's right. Another hard. I mean, if I thought that I would come out alive, I'd be willing to have Mike Tyson beat the crap out of me until I was unconscious. For a certain amount of money.
I'm telling you, it would be a lifelong injury.
Well, you'd be waking up sucking on a tube for the rest of your life. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, jeez. Well, anyway, I'm hoping for Tyson. I hope he beats him. I hope he beats him bad. I hope he wipes that stupid smirk off his face. And I think Tyson was probably an idiot to even do this, but what the hell, he's doing it, and I appreciate the fact he's doing it, even though he'll always be known on his tombstone as a rapist. But still, it's also one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life, one of the greatest champions of all time, too. So,
I got to say something real fast.
All right.
When a woman walks into your hotel room,
right, I know.
After one,
I know.
in the morning, do you suppose she's there to tuck a little mint under the pillow?
I agree. Here's the thing, though, Martin. I have a long-standing thing on this. In fact, I've done it before. I talked about a girl named Mimi and my college girlfriend. We never made love, and then back the next year I went up to see her, and she wanted to make love. It's a long story. I didn't do it because she didn't want me to. Man has to stop no matter what. Now, maybe she wanted to be cuddled and kissed and romanced, and maybe he just took her, and that was offensive and against her, and that's not what she wanted. The guy has to do what the girl wants because she's the girl, and she's 100% in charge of the woof.
I agree with you there, but was someone in the room with Mike and whatever the whinge bag's name is?
I don't know. I don't know how to do it. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Anyhow, all right. Well, we'll have fun tonight.
Thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. Maybe I have to sign up. Wait, is there an easy? I don't know. I'll figure out something. Would bars have it? Would bars be playing it? Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, our birthday list includes Petula Clark. Oh my God, is this correct? Petula Clark, biggest hit downtown, and Petula Clark is 92 years old.
Yeah,
holy!
She's old.
Now, is she the one that Larry Munson used to talk about?
Maybe. I think it was.
A lot of stories on Petula Clark.
He got a lot of stories that need to come out now that the parties are all gone now.
That's right. Nobody's going to say anything now, baby. Yeah.
And I have them up here.
Let's go. All right, 442. And let's do one more quick thing here. I just saw a little history note here. This is pretty funny. I remember Dan Quayle, when he was picked as a vice presidential running mate, everybody was laughing because they thought, oh my God, what a freaking idiot. And I remember two things about Dan Quayle. I remember the time that Dan Quayle said, I can sum up how I am ready to assume the presidency, if need be, in one word: be prepared. Well, he's done it again. On this day in 1991, check out the actual wording of this comment. In a speech to the Christian Coalition, Vice President Dan Quayle declares, quote, "My friends, no matter how rough the road might be, we can and we will never, never surrender to what is right." Never surrender to what is right. Thank you, Dan. It's 443 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Coming up, you're going to hear more heads exploding in the Democrats. The Scientific American girl had to pack it in. And Pete and Kimmer and memes and tweets and a little thing we like to call Pete's Tweets.
The full moon we're enjoying right now is called the Beaver Moon. Why is that?
Nice, because they can stay out late at night to make their
stuff.
They can stay out late at night to make their beaver huts or something in the moonlight. I don't know.
They're preparing their dams, stocking up food, getting ready to hibernate.
There you are.
It's also called the freezing over moon, the whitefish moon, first snow moon, little winter moon, panther moon, which I try to avoid, and the dark moon.
Oh, my.
And I tell you, last night, the moon and the clouds rolling over it was absolutely,
really?
It was like something out of Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It was beautiful.
Didn't see it.
Robert Kennedy Jr., I'm being called an anti-vaxxer. I spent 30 years trying to get mercury out of the fish in this country, and nobody ever called me anti-fish. Uh-oh, the Babylon Bee reporting RFK Jr. has just been jumped in a dark alley by Count Chocula, Chester Cheetah, and the Kool-Aid Man. The Secretary of State for the United Kingdom is a black man by the name of David Lammy. Right. He hates America and all we stand for, which is a problem since they exist at our whim.
Yes.
No offense. Here's what Davey tweeted back in 2017. If Trump comes to the UK, I will be out protesting on the streets. He is a racist KKK and Nazi sympathizer.
Oh, for God's sakes. Here we go with a Nazi.
But Davey has changed his tune.
Oh.
Tweeting, congratulations to Donald Trump on your victory. The UK has no greater friend than the U.S., with the special relationship being cherished on both sides of the Atlantic for more than 80 years. We look forward to working with you and J.D. Vance in the years ahead. Don't get too comfortable there, Davey.
Yeah. If Donald Trump meets him, if he goes over to meet this particular guy, he should work on grabbing his, doing a handshake and grabbing the edges of the ends of his fingers, not the full palm, grabbing the end of the guy's fingers and squeezing and cracking his freaking bones and saying, hey, remind me about that tweet from a few years ago there, fuzzface. How about that? Yeah, that's my idea anyway. Sorry.
Yeah. Great cartoon shows a goose asking a drag queen, how come you never read books at nursing homes or to the homeless or to the sick and needy? Why is it only little kids?
Oh, goose thing to the trail. Oh, my goodness.
Mother Goose.
I like it.
More reasons for Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to audit the federal government. They wasted $500,000 of your tax dollars on a study to see if selfies make you happy. $1 million to study if quail get frisky if you give them Coke. I don't know if that's Coca-Cola or cocaine.
No, it's cocaine. It was cocaine.
$80,000 to ask cab drivers in the African country of Ghana if climate change makes it harder for them to drive. $500,000 for Dr. Fauci to create transgender monkeys.
Yeah.
And when do we realize that Dr. Anthony Fauci is the Dr. Frankenstein of our times?
Yeah. You know, in fact,
how's he walking the street?
Why don't they take all of these experiments? They must have video. We need to see all of these videos to America to see whether this is a good use of our tax money.
That's true. CBS News tweets President-elect Donald Trump's choice for defense secretary in his second term, Pete Hegseth, has investigated for alleged sexual assault in 2017. Officials in Monterey, California confirmed. Newsweek did a big study on it. All right. To which Will Cain of Fox News responded, cleared, no evidence. No one listens to you, CBS. No one cares about you. You are a tarnished, discredited, hackish, embarrassing husk of a once Tiffany brand. You are one step removed from being Deadspin or Vice.
It's true. CBS, how many times have they been in scandals like this year? The last 2 months since the campaign and the debates and stuff. Unreal.
Newsweek put a whole thing about the Hegseth sexual thing. 3 paragraphs down, they said, no, it's
it wasn't really
clear.
True.
There's nothing there. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard resigned as the DNC vice chair in 2016 because Debbie Wasserman Schultz was rigging the election for Hillary Clinton. Now Schultz is calling Tulsi a Russian asset on MSNBC. Journalist Glenn Greenwald tweets, imagine fighting for your country and then having pro-war cretins like this impugn your loyalties. Jim Psaki is also calling Tulsi a Russian asset. Yeah. Imagine getting stomped in an election and still trying to use the same lying tactics to get your way. Yeah. Keep it up, Dims.
That's right. You're asking for it.
Keep it up.
We're ready.
And Snowflakes tweets the headline, no one notices the entire cast of The View replaced with shrieking feral pigs.
Thank you, Pete Davis. 448. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Sorry, Flounder, I'm a little late here for the thing there, but it's all coming up and all be good. Flounder's Funny's coming up, too. Here we go. Stand by.
Time for the Boortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
I am passionate to the point of obsession about how the government takes money away from families in this country and spends it on asinine little projects around the world, like Russia. $700,000 to a laboratory in Russia to help them remove parts of the brains from cats to see if they can still walk on a treadmill. Or on a lesser scale, the idiot in this country who wrote a one-word poem and couldn't get it published in a literary magazine. So we got a government grant for $750 to pay to publish his one-word poem, Lighghght tea. There's a family in this country somewhere that could have used that $750 maybe to feed their kids, buy them some clothes for the winter. Now, I've tried to get legislation in Georgia passed to require every senator and representative to sign a statement on any spending bill that they sponsored, saying it was more important for the state of Georgia to have that money to spend on that bill than it was for the family that earned it to keep it. That bill got a new hearing, got no further. Maybe a new tactic now. Some national organization, maybe the American Taxpayers Union, create a pledge and see how many congressmen and senators they can get to sign it. Simple pledge that every time they vote for a spending bill, they are stating that, again, it is their belief that it's more important for the federal government to have this money and spend it in this manner than it is for the family that they seized that money from to have it and spend it on their own needs. Car insurance, new tires, shoes for the brats, food, rent. So damn tired of all of this spending, and really no confidence that Trump's going to turn that boat around. Neil Boortz, Extra 106.3.
Jason Albritton here from Southern Exteriors. This holiday season, we're doing something truly special with our Home for the Holidays roof giveaway. Until November 30th, you have the chance to nominate a deserving family in need of a brand new roof just in time for the holidays. Imagine the comfort of knowing a family will enter the holiday season in a safe, secure home. It's more than just a roof. It's a peace of mind and a place to make cherished memories. Let's come together and make a difference. The winner will be announced on December 4th. To learn more, submit your nomination. Visit southernexteriors.co. Southern Exteriors, where home means more.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand and Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions. Each brand brings savory, sweet deliciousness to every meal. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand and your Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This winter, don't let the cold slow you down. At Howard Brothers, they have the Echo power equipment you need to stay ahead. It doesn't matter if it's chainsaws to clean up limbs or blowers to move those leaves, Echo tools are built tough for any season. Visit Howard Brothers and gear up with Echo today, because with Echo power equipment and Howard Brothers on your side, you're ready for any outdoor project. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Echo and Howard Brothers.
Hi, my name is Steve from Marietta, and we hired ATL Turfco to build our dream backyard golf setup. They installed a large 4-hole putting green, a sand bunker, a short game area, and did a full conversion to artificial grass around the pool with decorative retaining walls. ATL Turfco was really creative. They were efficient. The installation was a breeze. Price was completely reasonable, and I definitely appreciated their communication throughout the project. I would definitely recommend ATL Turfco to anybody thinking about doing a backyard makeover. You can check them out online right now at atlturfco.com.
As the year comes to a close, now is the perfect time to evaluate your estate plan to protect your hard-earned assets from the high tax rates. Nelson Elder Care Law is here to help you keep your assets secure for future generations. As a family-owned and family-focused business, our mission is to exceed your expectations, offering absolute assurance and peace of mind. With our expertise in customized estate planning, Medicaid planning, probate administration, guardianship, and conservatorship, we protect what matters most to you. Schedule a free legacy planning meeting today to discover how we can help families just like yours. Don't let the government decide how to spend your money. Contact us at 678-250-9355, 678-250-9355. Or visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com. Nelson Elder Care Law, your partner in asset protection.
Dum, dum, dum. Hey, Blondie! Some trucker yelled at this hot little chick, and she said, I'll keep the name. 1980, Blondie, their 5th UK #1 single and 3rd of the year with The Tide is High. Written by a reggae star, John Holt, also #1 in America. Blondie, 1980. Is she going to sing for us, or is this just a musical intro? Here with Anne.
The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be
I like this silly little song. Be your #1, baby. You're #1 with me.
I'm not the kind of girl
like That's to the phones, Let It Rip Friday. Rick the Painter. Hey, happy Let It Rip Friday. Rick, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Happy Let It Rip Friday, brother man. Hey, Pete, I want to ask Pete something.
Yep.
Hey, Pete, where do sheep get their hair cut?
Where do sheep get their haircuts, he's wondering.
Where do sheep get their haircuts?
At the barber shop? I don't know.
I think I actually just hung up on Rick the Painter.
Well,
right before we could do the punchline. Call back, Rick. I apologize.
I'll bet it's at the barber shop.
Yeah, I think Kimmer just blew it for him.
I think I might have blown it for him. Well, call back. In the meantime, I will tell you our birthday includes Shailene Woodley, 33, Triss in Divergent, Hazel in The Fault in Our Stars, Jane Chapman on HBO's Big Little Lies, Shailene Woodley.
Who did she used to date?
Oh, I should know this. I remember that. I can't remember. No, I can't remember. The passer guy, Aaron Rodgers. Was that? Yep. And also, he dated the little race car girl too with the bow legs. What's her name? Little cutie with the bow, the masculine. Yeah, man, Danica Patrick. And on this day in history, I guess I must have guessed his punchline because he's not calling back.
Sometimes I think I got him right here.
Hey, are you back, Rick the Painter? Are you back? Are you back, Rick?
I am back, Kimmer. Thanks, man. All right, well, since you blew my punch.
I did, I had no idea. I can't believe
what he does.
Hey, man.
So sorry.
Let me ask you another one then.
Okay.
Okay, now, don't blow the punchline.
I know. I'm going to shut up my face. I'm so sorry.
All right. What do you call a lion who's feeling dandy?
A lion?
A dandelion.
Yeah, Pete, you got it, buddy.
Well, that was pretty easy. God, you mentioned the two words back to back. Thank you, Rick. Hey, entertainment's entertainment.
All right, now we got Kevin on the horn.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Kevin, you're on the radio. What's going on?
Kimmer, how are you guys?
We're doing great, man. What's happening?
Good. You kept me entertained in the mid to late 90s on my way to work. Working a night shift at one of the assembly plants in Atlanta. I found you online again, but like everything else in my life, I do everything backwards.
Join the club.
The guys leave the shop at 5:30 every day.
Yeah.
From 5:30 to 6, I watch you guys online and listen. Then I stop and go back to the beginning and watch from the beginning to where I picked up.
Oh,
so
man.
I do everything backwards.
Well, you're not alone there. I feel half my life is that way. Well, that's very kind.
Anyway, I enjoy you guys every afternoon.
Thank you. We're grateful and surprised and happy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 4:57. Excuse me. Oh, okay, one more. We're going to do a Flounders Funnies here. In a second, let's see if I can make this work. I found this on my little file. The answer is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And the question, what were some of the earlier forms of Preparation H? Oh, come on. That was funny. 450.
What kind of crack is that?
How about a Flounders Funny for Nucky's Hoagies?
I actually used to work in a prison where they made license plates. And one day, one of the inmates called me over. He's like, come here, man, you got to take a look at this. I'm like, what? He goes, I'm making a plate right now. Some guy wants a personalized plate that says Groovy Dude. And I'm like, yeah, so? He goes, what a loser. I said, dude, you're in jail. I got fired from the prison. One day I came in with get out of jail free cards for Monopoly and passed them out. That was underappreciated. I used to work in an office. One day a woman came up to my desk and said, hey, can I use the phone, please? And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. She goes, do I have to dial 9? I said, I don't know who you're calling.
You don't know
You calling the cops? Start with 9.
Oh, there you go. Who's that, Flounder?
That is Mr. Bobby Tessel.
There you go. All right, what's black and white and 40 feet tall? Sister Mary Kong. Sorry. All right, hold on. If it's only Kira Pete and Flounder. Sorry. It's Let It Rip Friday. Give me a break. It's a weekend. I can rest up or something probably. 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's sports coming up too. Look out, look out, look out.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches.
Another nominee. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. President-elect Trump confirming on social media he's nominated North Dakota's Governor Doug Burgum to be the Secretary of the Interior.
He's also getting a position as chair of the newly formed National Energy Council. And he's going to be focused on energy dominance, cutting regulation and red tape for the president-elect and boosting the private sector and focusing on innovation.
Fox's Aisha Hasni, the president-elect, calling on the Senate to confirm his cabinet nominees, suggesting the upper chamber could take a break for a few days and he'd make them recess appointments if necessary. Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Whatley tells Fox News he doesn't think it'll come to that with the GOP in control of the Senate.
We're very excited that we have a good majority, 53. That's a working majority. And we're excited to work with Senator Thune and the rest of the leadership team to make sure that we get these nominees through.
President Biden meeting together with South Korea's president and the Prime Minister of Japan at the APEC summit in Lima, Peru today.
I truly believe cooperation of our countries will be the foundation to peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific for many years to come.
The president will be meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping tomorrow. An emotional first day of testimony in Jose Ibarra's murder trial. He, the Venezuelan immigrant, accused of killing 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley. Prosecutors played the body cam video of the moment a University of Georgia police officer found her body near a jogging trail.
Yeah, found it. Ma'am. Oh. IDMS immediately to the location where the phone pings.
Prosecutor says Ibarra was hunting females that day. His defense attorney called the evidence circumstantial and thin. Wall Street down sharply. The Dow losing 306 points. NASDAQ off 428. The S&P 500 closing 78 points lower. America is listening to Fox News.
Our nation's problems have been building for the past 50 years, and they're not going away overnight, which is why we must prepare now for a financial collapse that will affect the entire economy. The good news is there's an easy way to do that. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe everyone should consider a gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group to diversify their IRA or 401k. Gold is a proven bedrock in almost every kind of economy. To learn more, get a free info kit from my trusted friends at Birch Gold by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. Don't wait until decades of government irresponsibility come crashing down on your retirement. Get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold now. Text PROTECT to the number 989898. That's PROTECT to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog, target. Road guards out. Stand by. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Don't be too nervous. It's great to have you aboard. Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes with Pete Davis and Flounder coming up on 504. And it's your show, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We'll have the latest on the Laken Riley trial, and again this morning before I come into work, I was watching part of it live on TV, and it's just heartbreaking. We'll talk more about that. Also, the Tyson fight tonight. Also, Elon Musk is taking on John Bolton. I don't know whether you heard about this. Man, these Democrats' heads are exploding about Donald Trump's picks for his new staff. And again, if you remember the people they picked for the Biden staff, Pete Buttigieg, And, anyway, so here we go. We're into the nonsense of it now. The Mike Tyson fight tonight. I hope that he hurts the guy. I really do. I think it's a 58-year-old Mike Tyson and a 27-year-old loudmouth. And frankly, I hope Tyson just wipes the floor with him. I hope he just absolutely creams him. I'm not going to pay for it or try to find it. I'm not going to be silly to pay the money for it. Now, by the way, on a fight like this, Flounder, I don't know where Pete left. Flounder, are you in? There you go. On a fight like this, when the fight is over, are the like ESPN and those others going to be able to show the highlights?
I'm not sure because I'm assuming Netflix owns the rights to the video.
Well, in other words, will they save it? In other words, when the fight's over tonight, as of 11 o'clock tonight or whatever it is, can ESPN play the highlights? I assume not. I assume they're going to try to get more money to play it a couple of times. But obviously, if it's a news event, wouldn't the networks be able to cover it as a news event like ESPN? So wouldn't you be able to see parts of it?
Netflix is not a network, and neither is ESPN.
Yeah. So
not a broadcast over the air type thing.
So anyway, but again, so that
they may do highlights. It depends if Netflix has
if they let them. You know what they're going to do? They're going to do highlights and stop it before somebody gets hurt. They'll show the right up to the event. They do that as a tease. So you then have to buy it if you want to see the fight. They'll tease you, and then if you want to, you'll have to go buy it. Anyway, well, enough for that.
I'll tweet you and tell you who.
Well, I don't care. What time is it even? What time is it?
I don't know. I'll look that up.
I don't even know where it is. Is it Vegas? Texas, I think.
It's in
maybe.
Dallas.
Dallas. The Toyota Music Factory. Okie dokie. Anyway,
they're doing it at AT&T Stadium.
Oh, is that right? Well,
yeah.
What the hell? Fisher weigh-ins at the Toyota Music Factory. That's what the weigh-ins were there, I guess, for some reation. And it's Friday night, AT&T Stadium.
It's scheduled to begin at 8 p.m., but they never get off right at 8 p.m.
Now, are they going to have a pre-card bout? Or we don't know. I don't care. Okay, a couple of newsy things. Holy crap, it's sports is coming up. It's 506-404-741, 1230. A lot of Trump stuff in the news. We'll get to it. Speaker Johnson on the Matt Gaetz story. We'll talk more about that. And Elon Musk is taking on John Bolton. John Bolton, man, what this freaking guy. Elon Musk is excoriating former National Security Advisor John Bolton because on Meet the Press, John Bolton said that Donald Trump's decision to tap Matt Gaetz as Attorney General is the worst nomination for a cabinet position in American history. Well, Elon Musk says, now, wait a minute. Bolton is a staggeringly dumb warmonger, and Bolton's opposition to someone is a great sign. Gaetz will be great. Just the opposite of whatever Bolton recommends. Another spot capping his comment off with a face with tears of joy emoji. Bolton called Gaetz totally incompetent, a person of moral turpitude. The Senate's new leadership should tell the president-elect that he's endangering Republican senators by forcing a vote in favor of Gaetz' nomination. Bolton said he thinks the Senate should unanimously vote against confirming him and against Tulsi Gabbard, who Trump tapped the thing. Gaetz issued a Anyway, so that's from Bolton, and Elon Musk is trying to take him to the woodshed on it. And a couple of other things. Speaker Mike Johnson said about this Matt Gaetz business. He is now the hearing has been postponed or completely canceled, I guess, since Matt Gaetz last night resigned his post as a member of Congress. The committee that was investigating him no longer has a reason to have him have anything to do with him. Now the people like John Cornyn and other Republican turncoats are trying to get the report about Matt Gaetz from the Ethics Committee released anyway. So they're trying to deliberately stop him from being appointed. The only thing, in fact, the Wall Street Journal says there are 30 Republicans in the Senate, which is more than half in the Republicans in the Senate, who already will vote against Matt Gaetz. Therefore, there's got to be a reason why Donald Trump picked him. We talked earlier today about one possible scenario is that when they deny Matt Gaetz, it'll assure that they won't deny anybody else because their own Republican Senate would never dare to deny more than one of the president's picks. And then one of the scenarios was that Matt Gaetz would then become the new senator for Florida when Marco Rubio takes his spot. But again, I don't know. I don't see that. But again, that's one of the theories. Yeah. I tell you, I don't know what's going on, and that bothers me because I can't imagine what the second shoe is going to be after if he gets rejected. Then what? I mean, what? I don't know what the results. I don't know what that.
You're assuming that they would never take away the second guy he brings up there.
I'm assuming
But you're
that.
talking about the Republican Party.
Well, but this
from Nixon to Gingrich to recently, the first Trump administration has done nothing but managed to screw up a sure thing.
I know, but what have we been saying since the election? This is a mandate. I mean, this is
But
the
they're
public.
Republicans. What do they always do? Nixon had a mandate. Gingrich had a mandate. They both blew it.
Well, this is I don't trust anybody for anything, but I can't believe that the Republican Senate would reject more than one of Donald Trump's choices to fix his staff. I mean, it's impossible. He must
They
know
just
something.
elected John Thune as the Senate Majority Leader.
I'll bet you. I wonder if Donald Trump has video of all those senators at Herpes Island with Larry. What's his name there? Who killed himself? I don't know. Anyway,
Who killed himself?
I don't. Larry Fernbaum. What's it? Larry Steinberg.
Larry Fernbaum Island. Larry Fernbaum. Of the Epstein Island Fernbaums.
Pierre Justo. Claude Justo.
Claude Justo.
That may be one of my greatest malaprops of all time. Yes, the governor's wife, she deserves every wrinkle on her face. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to salute her tonight for the 5'11". And the girl who said she had sex with Matt Gaetz when she was 17 years old and a high school student is now in her 20s. And here's the problem. She said that she and her friends went on dates or traveled with him for parties and stuff like that, and there were drugs involved, things like that. Well, the committee star witness is a felonious liar, according to Gaetz, this guy Joel Greenberg, and the committee has evidence of innocence of Matt Gaetz, he said, proving a smoking gun, documenting the plot to frame me, including Joel Greenberg, the witness against him, and the girl. It was authenticated by 2 former federal agents who interviewed informants in jail who revealed the plot to get Matt Gaetz. If maybe that's enough, we'll see. Anyways, it's going to be a whole freaking thing. Also, the Laken Riley case, again, heartbreaking. You've maybe heard some of the audio. You heard the audio at 5 o'clock on the news of the police officer who found her and said, ma'am, trying to see if she was alive and bring her back to life. The opening statements, I'll just very quickly read. Again, this is the prosecutor, and I believe this is a different prosecutor, a different staff and a different political environment now after the fact that he got arrested. But here's what she said this morning. He went hunting for females on the University of Georgia campus, and on his hunt, he encountered 22-year-old Laken Riley on her morning jog. When Laken Riley refused to be his rape victim, he bashed her skull in with a rock repeatedly. The evidence will show that Laken fought. She fought for her life. She fought for her dignity. And in that fight, she caused this defendant to leave forensic evidence behind. She also marked her killer for the entire world to see. Her encounter with him was long. Her fight with him was fierce. Laken Riley struggled with the scumbag for 18 minutes until her heart stopped at 9:28 in the morning, according to her heart rate readings and the data taken from her GPS running watch. And that's how they know. They found his fingerprints, his DNA. And the case continues before a judge, no jury. 5:13, Kimmer Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports. Coming up, we'll see what's going on. Look out. Here we go. We got it all. Kimmer Pete.
Following this historic election, the news from the left is louder than ever.
Toxic personalities don't have political affiliations.
Which means you need voices you can trust to make sense of it all. Extra 106.3 is dedicated to earning that trust every day with trusted local and national voices. Atlanta radio legends like Neil Boortz and the Kimmer and the international resources of Fox News. This is your community and your voice. The conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM.
All right, hold everything now. We got Holy Crap at Sports with Pete coming up here in just a second. Also coming up, what to do if you're in a wreck. And it's getting a little earlier, darker these days, if you know what I mean. And so maybe people don't have their lights on. Could be even a little fender bender can mess you up pretty good. Well, make sure you're okay, first of all, and then get a hold of David Van Sant and Van Sant Law. David used to work for the insurance companies. Now, we love insurance companies, but they don't want to pay any more than they have to. And with David Van Sant, when they see his name popping up on the phone, they say, oh, criminy, who's getting this? Somebody's going to have to get out that checkbook. It's going to be the insurance companies. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid at Van Sant Law. He has you in mind as number one. So remember, make sure you get a hold of Van Sant Law. Here's a number. Put it in your phone. 855-GA-INJURY. 855-GA-INJURY. The insurance company is going to pay more than they want to, but you get what you deserve. Number one for you. VanSantLaw.com on the web. VanSantLaw.com.
Modular and offsite construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, coming to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on November 20th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and offsite construction is changing the way companies build. It's quicker, cheaper, and offers a faster ROI. So don't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, coming to Atlanta on November 20th. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. You and your buddy, you've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Dio and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit tbtofga.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Learn more online at tbtofga.com.
You know the old expression, I love it when a plan comes together? Well, with our First Liberty Notes, this has been so true. Hello, I'm Brant Frost, founder of First Liberty Building and Loan. You hear about our family's company all the time right here on the station. For over 30 years, we've been the local lender who said yes when the big banks say no. A couple of months ago, we opened up our First Liberty Notes program to Main Street investors just like you, and the response has been just incredible. Folks from airline pilots to physicians to even pastors are now earning 8 to 13% interest rates while helping to fuel the growth of local small businesses. If you're a qualified investor with a minimum of $25,000, you too could be earning 8 to 13% interest. We'd love to have you join our First Liberty family today. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com and see if our First Liberty Notes are right for you. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
First Liberty Notes are not obligations of or guaranteed by any financial institution and are not secured by any collateral. They are not FDIC insured or guaranteed by any government agency. You could lose money. SEC accredited investor status must be verified. Securities not offered in any jurisdiction in which it is unlawful.
What if I told you that you could get the engagement ring and wedding bands of your dreams in up to 10 grand in your hand? Jaron Solomon here from Solomon Brothers Jewelers to announce our incredible Takori Bridal event, November 22nd through the 24th at all 3 Solomon Brothers locations. During this event, we will be offering up to $10,000 cash back on your Takori engagement ring and wedding bands, or 3 years interest-free financing. Your choice. Takori will be bringing all new, never-before-seen, handcrafted pieces that you are sure to love. And we're not stopping there. For the first time ever, Solomon Brothers will be including GIA-certified diamonds during this promotion. So put some diamonds on your fingers and up to 10 grand in your hand during our Takori Bridal event, November 22nd through the 24th at all 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg. Shop us online at SolomonBrothers.com and on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
What's up, Atlanta? It's Ben Burnett, host of the Weekend Ben Burnett Show. Each and every weekend, right here on Extra 106.3, we unpack all the week's events. We talk about all the issues with a local Atlanta-based flavor. You can catch me each and every weekend, Saturdays at 2 and Sundays at noon. If you ever miss an episode, you can go to the podcast park or wherever you download all of your content, and I'll be right there. Thanks for listening to the Ben Burnett Show, proudly brought to you by Butler Snow.
All right, look out. Justin Babylon B says Democrats are warning abolishing the Department of Education could result in kids being too smart to vote for Democrats. Oh, my God. 519. Holy mackerel. Hold on to everything because it's time for Holy Crap It's Sports with Pete Davis.
A great night last night for Braves left-handed ace Chris Sale as he was named to the All-MLB First Team shortly after being named the National League Comeback Player of the Year award winner. In 5 days, he should be named the NL Cy Young Award winner. So what a great thing.
He deserves it.
And just another reason to laugh at website Deadspin, which we mentioned earlier in Pete's tweets.
Yeah.
When the Braves signed Chris Sale, Deadspin's headline read, Atlanta Braves acquire washed-up pitcher.
From Boston. Yeah,
Liberal moron.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely
Basically.
right. That's right.
Sued out of existence, hopefully. Marcell Ozuna came in behind Shohei Ohtani and the Astros' Yordan Alvarez for first and second teams of MLB. And there's still time to vote for Austin Riley for the Heart and Hustle Award presented Friday, November 22nd, Mama's birthday, on MLB Network. You have until November 18th to go to AtlantaBraves.com and vote for Austin. So do
Excellent.
it. Do it.
Please.
Right now. Meanwhile, MLB Network's John Morosi, yet another reporter saying the Braves are very interested in Dodgers free agent right-hander Walker Buehler.
I like it.
I like it, too. I like it. He's a winner. The Yankees have replaced 86-year-old John Sterling, who retired as their play-by-play man, with spring chicken Dave Sims, who's 71 years old. Okay. So it's a youth movement in the Bronx, basically what we got. Sims has spent the past 2 decades calling Mariners games. Poor bastard. Will he even know what a winner looks like when he sees one on the field? Unfortunately for Dave, he's still going to have to work with Susan Wadman, who I swear must have video of the entire Steinbrenner family rogering wild goats on their yacht. How else do you explain her in a professional broadcasting booth? I've never gotten it. Lord. She makes Jessica Mendoza sound like Mel Allen.
Oh, I know.
Fuck, kids. ESPN Bet has Georgia 9.5-point favorite over Tennessee tomorrow night in Athens.
Okay.
That's a large margin, but consider the Volunteers may be without their starting quarterback, and if he does play, he won't be at full strength. Despite the large point differential, America's punter, Scott Van Pelt, is picking, I say, Flounder picking.
He's picking Flounder picking
the Bulldogs. Flounder picking the Bulldogs. Picking the Bulldogs.
Sure about that?
You sure about that?
So close.
Okay, cup of coffee and we'll wake right up. That's right. Van Pelt's pick may or not be a good sign for UJ fans since Scott is just 44-40-1 in his bets this season. I hope he's not betting the kids' college fund on that.
Lordy.
Meanwhile, I wonder if Scott made his pick before hearing this. Number 12, Georgia will be without leading rusher Trevor Etienne. Etienne downgraded from questionable to out on the availability report. He left Georgia's win over Florida, an upper body injury November 2nd, hasn't been back, played a few limited snaps in last week's 28-10 smashing at Ole Miss, carried the ball 6 times for 24 yards. He leads the Bulldogs with 477 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns this season. Lost another blow to Georgia's banged-up backfield as Cash Jones also listed questionable. Branson Robinson is out. He's missed the past 3 games with a knee injury, which leaves true freshman Nate Frazier as the only healthy Dogs running back who has played meaningful snaps this year. Frazier is second on the team with 333 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. And this just came in shortly. Vols quarterback Nico Kamanawanaleya will likely play in the game. He's been in a concussion protocol, but he's got that unpronounceable last name. I'm not even going to try it, he's probably going to play.
It's all good.
Bobby posted this nugget of joy.
Yeah.
If Georgia loses to Tennessee, UGA fans are going to carry Carson Beck's Lamborghini to Atlanta and throw it in the Chattahoochee. Lake Oconee's closer. You might as well throw it in there.
On the way, yeah.
Tonight, you got Wyoming at Colorado State, North Texas at UTSA, UCLA at Washington, and Houston visits the official and only accredited college in the Grand Canyon State, Arizona.
Now, wait a minute. That's just a damn second here, mister.
Mike Tyson is 58 years old and stepping back into the ring tonight live on Netflix to take on 27-year-old Jake Paul in Dallas. I have no animosity against Jake. I'm just hoping Iron Mike wins, so he's going to box, and we'll see more boxing matches from him.
Have you seen him, by the way? Mike Tyson.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what.
He's a monster.
He looks like freaking Kong, and he looks angry, too. I think he wants to hurt him. I think he's going in there. I think he's going to go for him. I think he's going to unleash a flurry of stuff. Oh, man.
Don't get ahead of me.
All right, sir.
The fight isn't for a few more hours, and there's already been violence. After Tyson weighed in at 233 pounds, he approached Paul for the final stare down. Paul weighed a career-high 220, darted forward to get up close, kind of jumping around like an ape.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
And got a little too close to the former heavyweight champion. In response to Paul entering his personal space, Tyson unleashed an open-handed slap that connected flush on his face. The two quickly separated by security as Paul played to the crowd, mocked Tyson, and laughed at him. Tyson reacted to Paul purposefully stepping on his foot.
Yeah.
That's what made him angry. He doesn't like that.
As it should.
Never liked it. While he was escorted away, Iron Mike yelled, "It's personal now. He must die."
I think he's going to try to kill him. I think he will try to take his head clean off if he gets a shot.
If he gets that close to it. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. He's going to get right up next to him and start doing the uppercuts there. I'm telling you, he's going to start doing the uppercuts.
I watched a couple of those refunds of his old fights when he was 19 years old last night on whatever channel it was. And, man, when he ducks and does that left uppercut into the kidney and,
It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. He's built like it now. That's what he looks like.
That's right.
Florida head basketball coach Todd Golden is not having a good month. First, he accused of stalking a woman, and that's being investigated. Now he's catching flack for how he's handling a star athlete. The world's tallest teenager might have to wait a year to become the world's tallest college basketball player. Olivier Rioux, a 7'9" freshman who owns a spot in the Guinness record book, will likely have to redshirt. Had the popular Canadian played in even one game, he would have burned one of his 4 seasons of college eligibility. Like he'd still be playing for the Gators as a senior. Please.
Yeah,
Nobody hangs around for 4 years anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, Ryu will spend this season practicing teammates and honing his skills in practice and still be a freshman next fall. Todd Golden said, "I should have made that clear before. Honestly, it's put him in a tough situation." You think?
No, but you're the one who did it.
Yeah.
You put him in that situation.
Considering the hot water the coach is already in and the fact they're going to waste a year of him not playing, if I was Frenchie, I'd be hitting the porte de transfer any day now. That's what we call the transfer portal.
You know, boy, that would get him. Oh, man. Here we go with this transfer portal stuff now, but you could use it as revenge or get you. Oh, man. The whole thing makes me nervous.
I think the kid has a good argument for getting out of there.
I agree.
Your Hawks are hosting the Wizards tonight in State Farm Arena. Now, I don't want to say all of those who matriculated at Auburn are not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Well, no.
Because I happen to personally know a lot of Auburn grads who can tie their own shoes and cross the street with the light.
Wow.
But Philip Marshall is the senior editor of Auburn Undercover, and he needs a new pair of glasses. When Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin visited George County, Mississippi High School to talk to 5-star quarterback Deuce Knight, who's been recruited by Bama, Miami, Georgia, TCU, Colorado, and Louisville, and flipped from Notre Dame to Auburn, Lane took a pic of a mannequin in a school uniform. It was obvious to anybody with eyes, it's not a real person. It's silver. The person was silver, okay?
What?
Philip Marshall, though, Journalist Supreme, wrote, "Unless the rule has changed, a coach posting a photo of a recruit who is not signed is illegal." It was a mannequin, Phil. War eagle-eyed Auburn fans quickly pointed out it was not a real human in the pic. Anyway, the Pirates are offering you 30 years of free tickets behind home plate. 2 of them.
Wow.
If you find the special Topps baseball card featuring the pitcher Paul Skeens in it. All right?
Wow.
Maybe even more special. You get to sit in a private suite next to Skeens' girlfriend, Livy Dunn, to watch a game.
Oh, no thanks. Appreciate it. Why would you want to do that?
Mean?
Why would you put yourself through that?
Why wouldn't you want to sit next to a beautiful woman? Why would you want to sit next to a beautiful woman watching a ball game?
She'd be all over me. It'd be
insane.
embarrassing. He's out there on the mound and he sees her kissing me on the neck or something. God, come on, give me a break. Wouldn't be fair to the man.
That's true.
His whole career.
NFL, The Eagles came from behind the best of Commanders last night. Jaden Daniels looked like a rookie quarterback for once. And Longhorns quarterback Quinn Ewers is in hot water with his hottie girlfriend. Seems her name is Maddie, but the woman Quinn was tweeting begging her to send naked pics to him is named Audrey. Maddie is reportedly very mad with this development. I guess Quinn Ewers needs work on his forward pass.
Oh, my, yes.
He begged her, and I think she finally sent some pic. I don't know exactly what it was.
Well, then she's got to her boyfriend begged pictures of another girl, and it's over. Throw his stuff out. My God.
She's a hot blonde, goes to Oklahoma.
I think she'll be,
anyway,
I'll bet she'll
Texas,
be fine. Yeah, I think she'll be okay, probably.
Nick Saban told this story to Pat McAfee on ESPN, as reported by Saturday Down South. When I coached at Ohio State, just to show you how the culture has changed, we played Northwestern the week before we played Michigan. We never even practiced. I was a secondary coach, and I couldn't sleep at night because Dennis Green was the coach at Northwestern. They had all kinds of formations and stuff, and I'm saying, we're not going to be able to get lined up. We practiced for Michigan the whole week instead. We won the game 69-0. That's how the culture at Ohio State has changed. Now, to be fair to the Wildcats, the final score of the game Saban is talking about was 70-6, not 69-0. The game took place November 14th, 1981. It was a week after a ranked Ohio State team lost by 4 points on the road to Minnesota. They got upset. The Buckeyes followed up the Northwestern win with a 14-9 upset over then number 7 Michigan in Ann Arbor. But that's kind of ballsy to be upset by Minnesota and then the next week say, screw Northwestern. We're not even going to practice for them.
Wow. But it turns out.
Turned out he was right. Absolutely. I can't remember. Who the hell was that Lloyd Carr at the time? I'm trying to think. Who was the coach at Michigan in 1981?
Well, that could be it. I remember Lloyd Carr.
Wait a minute. Siri, who was the head football coach at Ohio State in 1981?
Bruce coached for the Buckeyes from 1979 to 1987.
Bruce.
Earl Bruce.
Earl Bruce.
In 1988 by John Cooper.
John Cooper.
Accident, yes.
This is from Wikipedia.
Oh, my God, man, yes.
Yeah, I made her a British accent now. In their sport.
All right, well, there you go. We have so much more coming up. 5:30. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Flounder's Funnies. And so you're going to hear Donald Trump. Are we actually going to hear Sylvester Stallone and snotty little liberals? Again, they just won't quit, and you're going to be able to make fun of them in a minute. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 5:31. Right here. Oh, my God.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watch Company, where quality and value make the difference. Locally owned and located in Sandy Springs, offering you the finest selection of unique diamonds, sapphires, rubies, and emerald jewelry, as well as other fine gemstones. Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches has been servicing Rolex watches for over 30 years, and their Rolex-trained watchmaker will service your watch in their state-of-the-art Rolex service center in their store. Lee Brandt uses only genuine Rolex parts, and their estimates are free. Drop by Lee Brandt in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com.
Hey, it's Tug with football on everybody's mind. Fall is finally here. As those leaves start to drop, your gutters and roof might need some attention. Southern Exteriors has been protecting homes across the Southeast. Whether you need gutter cleaning, want to add gutter covers, or both, now's the time to get it done. Plus, with any cleaning job, you'll get a free roof inspection. Call Southern Exteriors today at 8779-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. Quality and precision you can rely on.
Compact Outside, the all-electric EQB 250 SUV is big on space, style, and smart ideas. With available seating for 7, a digital voice assistant, and MB navigation with electric intelligence, the EQB is born from a forward-thinking family and built for yours. Experience the all-electric 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQB 250 SUV today and lease one for just $399 per month for 36 months with $48.93 due at signing. Exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models. And visit today to see how to qualify. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through December 2nd, 2024. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Don't miss the Atlanta Mushroom Festival, Sunday, November 17th at Park Tavern in Piedmont Park. Beginning at 12 noon and ending at 7 p.m., this dog and family-friendly event features educational speakers, live music, and over 30 mushroom-themed vendors. Early bird tickets are only $10, which directly supports the nonprofit festival. For more information, visit AtlantaMushroomFestival.com or Atlanta Mushroom Festival on all social platforms.
No one plans on going to jail, but at A Second Chance Bail Bonds, we believe everyone deserves a second chance. That's the driving force behind everything we do. If you or a loved one has been arrested across town or across the country, you need help now. A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast with bondsmen throughout Atlanta to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. It's a great day in America. Congratulations, President Trump, on your decisive victory. And now, another news, the Safe House has the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. And through the end of the year, we're offering huge rebates on all Browning safes. But wait, there's more. All gun safes are sales tax-free at Atlanta Safe House. Yes, sales tax-free. And remember, folks, don't let a crackhead or an illegal move or deliver your safe. So come down to the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
And that's me not being ready. So.
And now there's my dramatic pause. 5:35. You had to do this one. Oh, I hate him. Oh, God. I know you love him, though. Everybody loves him. Oh, I hate him. 1971, Rod Disc and Music Echoes Progressive Album Chart. 1971, number 5, Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat. Number 4, Hawkwind. Number 3, Santana. Number 2, Rod Stewart, Every Picture Tells a Story. And number 1 in 71 was John Lennon, Imagine. That's a little Rod Stewart for your entertainment. And much to my chagrin, but seriously, 5:36. Kara Pete and Flounder, happy Literate Friday. Our birthday list includes Pete Davis' sports item here. Lorena Ochoa, famous golfer, 43 years old today. And on this day in history, sports-wise, Pete Davis, it was the first tragedy in the first pro football league in 1914. Canton Bulldog Harry Turner was the first professional football player to die from injuries suffered in the game. They broke his spine, and he died from it. It was the Ohio Football League, the precursor to the NFL, in 1914. On this day in history, you remember the movie, you remember Truman Capote, you remember the book. 1959, A Bad Childhood, Feelings of Abandonment, Inadequacy, blah, blah, blah. The motive behind the crime known as In Cold Blood. Richard Hickok, and Perry Smith murder the Clutter family in Kansas, providing the basis for Truman Capote's book in 1967 in the movie. Mr. Clutter had just taken out a $40,000 life insurance policy in 1959, which paid double for accidental death. Truman Capote's book is the second biggest selling true crime book in publishing history. And they couldn't figure out why he did it. They thought maybe he was rich, but he did it because he was just a jerk. An idiot with a bad childhood, they claimed. Let's see. This 5 o'clock hour, Brian, it's 5:37, brought to you by our good friends at Lee Brandt Jewelers, where luxury jewelry and watches are affordable. Drop by their store in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com. I'm going to try one more time and then we'll stop. A little Karnak from I came across some old notes in the notebook I was looking at this morning, so we'll try one more of these. Okay, the answer is high rollers. High rollers. High rollers. High rollers. And the question, What do you call the extra 106.3 bowling team? All right, then. Sorry. The Orient Express. The Orient Express.
Orient Express.
And the answer is, question, what do you call that drink made with soy sauce and prune juice? Never mind. I'm out of here. 5:30. Oh, so fine. Stop. 5:38. Kira Pete and Flounder.
By the way,
yes.
Keith Richards posted a pic of him yesterday. He's riding the Orient Express.
Oh, is he?
Very
Oh,
nice.
my God. Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for, what is he, like 86 now? Good for him. Has he got a little girlfriend on just having a little
Oh,
trip
he's got a
thing?
wife. He's been married for a while now.
I'll be damned. That's cool. 5:38. Last night, big deal. Sylvester Stallone introduced President-elect Donald J. Trump at the American First Policy Institute Gala last night. It was a short speech. The Rocky actor and so much more was the last speaker of the night. Talked for 2 minutes. Brought a little humor into it, a little religion into it. And by golly, Flounder, here is Sylvester Stallone with Donald Trump last night. He's speaking, and he's going to...
When I did Rocky, if you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus, and it says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives. Just like President Trump. We are in the presence of a really mythical character. I love mythology. And this individual does not exist on this planet. Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in awe. And I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone with the president last night. 5:40 till the phones. Let It Rip Friday. Robbie, you're on the radio. How's it going, man? Welcome aboard.
This is Alpha Johnny Carson. I want to see if you can figure out the question.
All right, sir.
The answer to the question is Charlie Tuna.
Charlie Tuna. The answer is Charlie Tuna. I have no idea. What's the question?
Name 2 common women's fragrances.
Oh, no, wait. That's Charlie, the famous perfume.
Sorry, Charlie.
No, we don't. Sorry, Charlie. Tricks are for kids. What was it, Charlie?
We can't
what was it?
say that.
No, you can't. What was the actual commercial? Sorry, Charlie. Tricks are for kids?
Starkist. Starkist Tuna.
Yeah, but sorry, Charlie. And then what's
Starkist? It was a cartoon.
No, I remember, but the point was when he said sorry, Charlie.
He wanted to be in the tuna can for Starkist Tuna, and they said, you're not good enough.
Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember whether, it was somebody.
Why any tuna wanted to die and go into a tuna can, I don't understand.
Again, public education. I can only assume the forced public education camps. 541. By the way, even that idiot Chris Hayes on MSNBC had a guest on this lousy, dirty stink, and these liars. These people are they're liars and dividers and haters, and they can't do enough to try to destroy America. Former NAACP Legal Defense Fund President Sherilyn Ifill was on with this guy Hayes last night, MSNBC, and listen to what she said as a fact about someone Donald Trump is just putting as a major member of the cabinet. Flounder, if you will, sir. MSNBC last night. We're there together.
The Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth, the Fox News commentator as well, because this is someone who, weekend host, important distinction. This is someone who, is known to be a white supremacist, known to be an extremist, whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of black officers to the top brass. And
yeah, known to be an extremist because of a tattoo of a cross on his chest. More typical anti-Christian garbage from MSNBC. And check this out. Jill Biden, the enabler herself, her former key aide, her former press secretary, Michael LaRosa, says this shark has to stop. He said this diversity, business, and hatred about white supremacy. He said opposing DEI initiatives does not make you a white supremacist. Conversations and demonization like this are a big part of the reason we got our asses kicked. The answer to extremism is not more extremism. Voices like this on the left are turning the Democratic Party into a joke. We've got to knock it off and get serious guests who are going to diagnose politics, not make it worse. Name-calling, vilifying, defaming nominees you oppose. Even if there's a good reason, it's ridiculous. You're ruining the Democrat Party. You should be running away. Fight back with strategy and tactics instead of pointless, defamatory, juvenile incentive. We need to get serious people opining about policy and politics, not one-upping each other or competing for who can make the most provocative insult about a Trump nominee you oppose. Oh, my God. It's happening. Maybe it's happening. And in fact, the editor-in-chief of Scientific American has now resigned. Yes, this slimy little hater, Laura Hellmuth, said, I've decided to leave Scientific American after an exciting 4.5 years as editor-in-chief. I'm going to take some time to think about what comes next and go birdwatching. Oh, that's so great. You dirty freaking disgrace. Yeah, she got fired because she said solidarity to everybody who's near as meanest, dumbest, most bigoted high school classmates are celebrating early results because fark them to the moon and back. I apologize to younger voters that my Gen X is full of farking fascists. Every 4 years, I remember why I left Indiana and remember why I respect the people who stayed here trying to make it less racist and sexist. The moral arc of the universe isn't going to bend itself. And so, well, she had to quit. She resigned because she's a racist and a hater, and this is the woman in charge of Scientific American? Scientific?
Self-loather, too. She hates who she is and where she's from.
God, I mean, in fact, she went to...
I have no respect for people who hate where they're from.
And guess what? Let's see, her background. She's a University of Minnesota emeritus professor. Oh, no, she's... Oh, crap. I hate when I do. Oh, no, here it is. It's over here. She studied cognitive neuroscience at Berkeley and went to the Santa Cruz Science Communication Program at Berkeley. Yeah.
She's a banana slug from Santa Cruz.
It's 5:45 already. Holy crap. Flounder's Funny's coming up and so much more. But a Kim Repeat Flounder. Quarter of. Okay, here we go. Hold on. The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? Here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
Interesting week, don't you think? A lot of celebrating, a lot of whining, a lot of blame placing. One real high point is now I think we can all be assured the hyena's day as a political player in America is severely limited.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium-name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? You know, that's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlanta Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth if they're going to make your life miserable. We all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans automatic 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. Atlanta Smiles, 404-262-7733. It's atlantasmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. atlantasmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. atlantasmiles.com.
Central Heating and Air Conditioning wants you to know the start of the new season is the perfect time to ensure your home's comfort for the fall and winter. Don't wait like most people do to have your HVAC system serviced. Your home should have maintenance twice a year. Maintenance helps keep your furnace running at peak efficiency and extends the life of your equipment. Turn to the experts for your system's maintenance at 770-GET-HEAT or centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air cleaners, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta carrier expert since 1947 and one of the few second-generation locally owned HVAC companies in Atlanta. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but the cold air is coming fast. That means a couple different things to me and you. Energy bills will be rising and company coming over for the holidays. Dan Watkins here with all Four Seasons garage, entry doors, and windows. It's time to get your house ready for the winter air and your holiday visitors. The good news is that we have you covered for every opening in your home. So call us today to set up a free estimate with one of our amazing sales consultants. They'll help you pick out the perfect garage door, front door, and windows for your home.
Hey Roswell, looking for the perfect bite this football season? Head on over to Nucky's Hoagie's Roswell Corners, where every sandwich is crafted with love by us.
The Sub Sisters,
Stacy
and Shannon. Whether you're looking to cater a football tailgate party or grabbing lunch to go or dining in, we've got delicious Nucky's menu items for you. When you bite into a Nucky's Hoagie, you'll taste the difference. The softest hoagie rolls ever, with the freshest ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance.
Make Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell Corners on Woodstock Road your new favorite sandwich spot.
At Nelson Elder Care Law, we understand that family's everything. That's why we prioritize your family's future with personalized asset protection solutions. Call us today to schedule your legacy planning meeting and discover how our team can tailor our services to meet your family's unique needs, ensuring a secure and worry-free future. NelsonElderCareLaw.com.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where this weekend we're inviting you to our Takori holiday event, where you can shop an extended collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, and new fashion jewelry, all handcrafted in the USA. Takori's collection includes new and trending designs, classic styles with a signature touch, and incredible matching wedding bands. They're fully customizable, so you can try on all your options and have your dream ring handcrafted in time for a holiday proposal, all with the help of the expert team at D. Geller & Son. As always, we have the best loose diamond value in Atlanta, and we'll have an incredible selection, plus jewelers on site to get your new Takori ring ready on the spot. To make it even more special, you can get up to 24 months 0% APR financing, or up to $1,000 back in Amex gift cards. Just like the holidays, this amazing event only comes once a year. So come join us at our Takori holiday event, only at D. Geller & Son, Atlanta's most trusted jeweler since 1939. In Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs. RSVP online at dgeller.com.
Here we go. The Stones. 1965, the Stones make their U.S. TV debut on Hullabaloo, singing Get Off My Cloud. Hullabaloo, the American one-hour musical variety show, ran on NBC from 1965 through 1966. And on the same day, a year earlier, Brian Jones was admitted to the Passavant Hospital in Chicago with a temperature of 105. Caused Brian Jones to miss the rest of the dates on the Stones tour. Holy moly. That's 105 is danger territory. You've hurt yourself a lot there. Our birthday list includes James Widows. You may not know the name. He's 71 years old. James Widows, also known as Hoover. The fraternity president and Animal House. The juggler, the guy who did the juggling. In fact, that scene, by the way, came about. They were just goofing around on the set, and the director said, anybody know how to do anything funny? Or, we need something to fill some time here with a party or something. And Widows, James Widows is 71, said, oh, I can juggle. Let's juggle. So he started juggling all this stuff, and that's how they put all the stuff in the movie Animal House, just by goofing around. Anyway, James Widows is 71. And, I got to get my phone here. I got a double history thing here for you with the thing with the boom. On this day, 1956, what a year for Elvis Presley. 5 number 1 hits, first time on TV and the movies and on the tour. And now this was the day, Love Me Tender. The first day Elvis makes his screen debut in Love Me Tender, the king of rock and roll. Elvis the actor, only tepid reviews. The film helped turn the groundbreaking record star into a multimedia icon. Appraising Presley as an actor, he ain't, quoted Variety magazine. Not that it makes much difference. There were 4 songs and lots of Presley wiggles thrown in for good measure. Presley was 21 years old as Clint Reno. Clint Reno. What a great name. I'm Clint Reno, reporter. Clint Reno caught in a love triangle with his Confederate veteran brother in the Civil War era Western. Elvis would go on to star in 30 more movies. Holy crap. The first Elvis film is 56, followed by 2 more critically acclaimed, Jailhouse Rock and King Creole.
King Creole was good.
Yeah, they were critically more acclaimed. Yeah, but again, Elvis Presley in a boxing trunk with his little white spaghetti arms. Not a hair on his chest. He's never lifted a weight. I mean, pretty freaking funny. Anyway,
that's
what
the
do
king,
I know?
my friend. Very careful.
I know. You're right, and I'm wrong, and I'll never live it down. Okay, a quickie here though. I got another one. I missed the last one. Oh crap! I got to find my DEI. Hold on, I got it. I swear to God, I got it. Oh yeah, here it is, right here. Okay. DEI, you know that they're going nuts at the Defense Department. The pages are being disappeared off the main websites, and the source explained for the Pentagon. The Pentagon archives are being erased. They're full bore focused on cleaning up anything DEI related. Donald Trump's transition team has already begun gathering names of senior officers who push DEI, trying to find out who they are because they're on the first list to be cut, and they're all in a panic mode. Donald Trump's transition team has begun reaching out to troop advocates for the names, including Army whistleblower, retired Green Beret Lieutenant Colonel Pete Doc Chambers, who served for 39 years in the Army and was told to retire after he would not give his troops informed consent for the COVID vaccine. DEI is caustic to the military. Diversity, one critic writes, is not our strength. Unifying beyond our many differences is our strength. That's part of what makes us lethal on the battlefield. Boy, the Pentagon's scrambling, wiping evidence of DEI as they're ready to fire the woke generals. We're coming for you. If you're a woke general, you have no business in today's military. And frankly, if it were me, I'd bust you down to private and take away your freaking pension. How about that? For what you've done to ruin America's military.
Obama fired a buttload of generals because he wanted his army. That's what he said.
That's right. Well, here we go. 5:55. You want to do this? It'll be fine with me. Riley Gaines. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that Ocasio Bang Bang Stupidio has new face bumps? Look at her face if you get a chance to see her on the news when she's doing when she does her little selfie complaints about things and a little phone camera. She's got new bumps. Some surgeon apparently put new bumps in on her cheeks. She got 2 little bumps there, little creasy bump things going on.
Another thing she's trending for right now, too, is she removed her pronouns.
That's what Riley Gaines is reacting to. This is hysterical. Let's see. The Congresswoman AOC is a conversation on social media because she no longer includes she, her in her bio. So Riley Gaines says, you freaking phony. They'll pretend they never embraced or even celebrated their insanity of their pronouns. Don't forget who the compliant virtue signaling sheep were. And with Ocasio Bang Bang Stupidio apologizing for not including pronouns in her text next to a photo that showed her no longer there. We're winning and it's glorious, says Riley Gaines. And now they're having to take down their stuff. She was her stance on trans athletes and women's sports. AOC says it's predatory behavior to not want men competing in women's sports. Hell, that's just the opposite. Riley Gaines says acknowledging biological reality is predatory. It's exactly predatory. It's children and normalizing pedophilia. That's what's predatory. Not wanting boys to play girl sports. My God. 5:57. By the way, some near misses just reported. UFOs just recently, apparently near a mysterious object near New York and the Empire State. Close call, a spherical object among 750 50 cases of unidentified anomalous phenomenon. UFOs, now they're UAPs, including a commercial plane near miss over the ocean just outside of New York City. And they don't know what it was. And these are pilots reporting these things. Yada yada do.
It's interdimensional. I guarantee you, it's interdimensional.
There's got to be an explanation, and it's either we are not smart enough to figure it out, or whoever has figured it out doesn't want the rest of us to know. For fear,
but they live in the hole in Antarctica, which takes them down to the hollow earth.
Nothing would surprise me. I don't like it. Oh, by the way, very quickly, I got 10 seconds. RFK Jr. Says coal tar is dangerous and causes cancer. They used to put coal tar on my hair in Vietnam when I lost all my hair from the jungle stuff. It's a horrible sting. Anyway, 5 Flounders, Funnies, Nuckies, Hoagies right
this
here.
This is the most divided this country has ever been. It's like the red states and the blue states. It's like, why? Because we tweet at each other? We had a war, right? This country had a civil war. That was pretty divided. Like, at least nowadays we're communicating with each other. Back then, those guys they got the news like once a month. Some guy would come by on a horse and they were like, who's talking? Like, I was like, the South is talking. Like, that, I don't like that. Give me my gun. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna walk down there for a month straight. Shoot the first guy I see down there. That's how much. The Civil War was basically just the North just shooting racism out of the South. That's what happened. The North was like, South, chill. And the South was like, no. So a bunch of guys had to walk down there and shoot him a lot. And they were like, all right, we'll let them go. We're not going to be nice to them for a while. Until we find out they're good at football and then roll tide.
That got a little ugly at the end there, but who's that Flounder?
This is Shane Gillis.
That was that Gillis guy, Shane Gillis. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, you guys have a great weekend. Hoorah, Christine, sing me home. I gotta go. You're killing me, baby. God bless America. Hoorah, Herb, oh, baby doll.
Start your day the right way with Tug, Rhino, and Los on the Morning Extra. Every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. on WFOM Marietta, Extra 106.3.